Now this is case number 597 on the calendar in the matter of Willis versus Banchler. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Miss Willis, you've been taking care of Miss Banchler's daughter for years.
Yes.
She first came to live with you because you were married to her father?
Yes.
He's in prison?
No, he's just not around at all.
Left.
Gone.
And you have how many children with him?
None.
You have children of your own?
I do, right.
But he brought this child into your home?
Right.
When?
August 28th of 2000.
How old is she?
She's 11. She'll be 12 in June.
And you've been taking care of her ever since?
Solely.
When did your husband leave?
In 2002.
Where were you?
In Washington State.
What were you doing there?
I live there.
What you want, Miss Willis, is you want support for this little girl from her mother, because you've been taking care of her, according to you, with no support from her mother.
None.
Ball's in your court, madam. I'd like to hear you.
I have evidence here of money order receipts as well as a letter that I wrote. I have package receipts that I've mailed packages to
I'm not
her.
interested in packages.
Okay.
Forget packages. Packages are not support.
Okay.
How much support have you sent for your daughter since 2002?
There's one for $150 here.
Give me just a second. I have to do this. 150. Go ahead.
There's one here for $30.
$30.
One for $100. One for $150. And one for $50.
Who were those money orders made out to?
They were made out to her father. Only one of them was made out to Oki.
She's never made one out to me.
What was the date of the last one?
September 8th, 2003.
Okay, since September 8th, 2003, you have sent no support for your daughter.
Not cash.
Well, that's all I'm interested in, is
Okay.
cash. How do you support yourself? With
Work.
packages?
No.
Your boss at the end of the week give you packages?
No.
Well, at the end of the week, your boss gives you money.
Right.
Well, that's support. That's what people bought her in this country. You give them dollars, and they give you bagels and lox and milk and chopped meat and chicken. You know, that's how we survive in this country. How did you expect your children to survive since September of 2003?
I felt like that was her father's responsibility.
Wrong.
So I sent her to him. He said that he would take care of her, and obviously he did not do that.
Well, when did you find out that he split?
I found out when Judge Judy called me.
You didn't know that before?
No.
Well, that's interesting. So the last contact you had with your child was over 2.5 years ago. Is that right?
Yes.
Why is that? Did you move?
No.
You lived in the
I
same-
just moved in September. Before that, I stayed in the same house. She was out here last summer also, and I let her at her mother's house, and I let my daughter call over there to speak with her grandmother. My daughter speak with her grandmother to tell her happy birthday. She answered the phone. My daughter said, "Mommy, like, what are you doing out here?" She didn't even speak. You know, she passed the phone to her mother instead of talking to her daughter. I called back the next morning to speak with her. Her mother told me she already left back for Washington.
Listen to me. Since Miss Willis has been caring for your daughter, you provided $480. That amounts to 32 cents a day. Do you think that's enough?
No, it isn't.
What kind of a job do you have?
I'm a custodial.
How much do you earn a week?
$400.
Here you have a child that you expect to exist on 30 cents a day. It's not her responsibility to support your child.
She took the responsibility.
No, she didn't. She didn't adopt your child.
At any point, she could have sent my daughter back to
How?
me at any point.
That is the most ridiculous statement that I've ever heard. If you chose to have a baby and not be a mother, that's your prerogative. If you were smart enough to say, listen, I'm not the maternal type. I'm not good at raising a child. You probably can do it better. I'm going to let you do it because I can't, or I'm not interested in doing it. That's honest. But don't tell me that you've got this burning maternal instinct in your stomach and all she had to do was call you and you would have taken your daughter, because anybody who is a parent, they wake up in the morning and they go into the nursery and they say, gee, my kid's not here. You know? They don't wait 2.5 years.
I didn't wait 2.5 years. I've tried on multiple occasions to call them. They told me that I cannot call or send her any more packages.
Listen to me,
That's what
my
her
friend.
father
Listen
said.
to me very carefully. At this point, Miss Willis is a legal stranger to your child. At any time, you could have petitioned the court for immediate custody of your daughter. I doubt that you can do it now. I would think that any judge that would give you custody of your child at this point had to be missing one in his six-pack. However, there was a time immediately after the child left your custody when you could have done that. So you can relinquish custody of your child to somebody else, but when you relinquish custody of your child to a stranger, you pay support. And what Miss Willis is asking for, as far as I'm concerned, is a minimal amount of retroactive support for the child in the time that she supported the child. What she's asking for is $5,000 over the course of 4 years. It's a little more than $1,000 a year. Figure it out. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She had numerous opportunities to get her daughter back.
I've been denied the opportunity to do it, not necessarily by the plaintiff, but by her father.
Well, she's my daughter. I couldn't imagine her even going back with her.
I don't accept the fact that I'm going to have a custody issue with her. She is my daughter.
I will fight to the end to make sure she stays with me forever.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Jones versus Luis Castillo. Step forward, please.
Douglas Jones is suing his cousin, bus driver Dwight Lewis, and girlfriend Mary Ellen Castillo for damages to his home as the result of a fight. Douglas says Mary Ellen and his girlfriend went toe-to-toe.
Mr. Jones, Mr. Lewis is your cousin, according to your complaint, and this lady with him is his girlfriend.
That's correct.
At some time, for reasons that I'm sure you will explain to me, you allowed Mr. Lewis, his girlfriend, and her 3 children to move into your home, a home that you shared with your girlfriend.
That's correct.
And any other children?
Yes, 2 boys.
Whose children are those?
Ours.
The 2 women, for some reason, did not get along.
Right.
And there was an altercation that became physical. And it is your claim that this altercation that became physical resulted in Miss Castillo taking a plate and throwing it against your sliding glass doors, causing the door to break. You want her to pay $600 for the glass door.
Which the glass door that's been chipped, the kitchen window, she broke also.
Ms. Castillo says you're lucky she's not suing you and your girlfriend because she was injured during that altercation. An altercation that was started by your girlfriend.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She starts going, oink, oink, you a pig, oink, oink. And she spit in my face and ran.
So what did you do?
I snatched her up when she was running. And I threw her on the ground and we were fighting.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Douglas Jones says his cousin Dwight Lewis and his girlfriend Mary Ellen Castillo owe for damage to his house. Douglas says the damage occurred during a fight between Mary Ellen and his girlfriend Laminda.
Were you present during the altercation?
I know, I was in a room next to the kitchen.
Step up here. What's your name?
Laminda?
Laminda, you have a last name.
Malik.
When did they move in with you?
They moved in June of '04, and the fight took place at August.
It was right after your back
30th.
surgery.
Right, right.
August of 31st of '04.
Correct.
What started the fight?
We were in the kitchen, and the night before we had been fighting the whole night. My dad was just going to California, so he had stopped by, and she was still calling me names the next morning. It was over a washer and just things that she was like nitpicking on, you know, if I did the dishes or, you know, putting dishes to each side of the sink. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was little kid fighting, but she was still doing it the next day. When my dad came over, she stood over in the carport, and she starts like folding her arms and just staring at me, and I'm like, I'm trying not to look over at her, and she starts going, oink, 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 you a pig, oink, oink.
That's the day before.
Yeah, later on, we were cooking, and she spit in my face and ran. And at the time, she couldn't really talk because she had sores in her mouth. And so, I don't know, to me, that was assault. You know, that was assault to me. That was it. I had it, and I couldn't take it no more. And
So what did you do?
I snatched her up when she was running.
What does that mean, you snatched her up?
By her hair.
So you grabbed her by the hair.
Yeah.
And what did you do?
And I threw her on the ground, and we were fighting. Then her husband jumped in and went to go pull me off.
And that's when I heard the commotion.
That's when he heard the commotion.
And I just had a back operation a couple of days before that.
I'm sorry about that. You feeling better?
A little bit.
Good. Can we get back to the story, please? All right. So now he comes in to try to pull you off. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. And when he started to pull me off, I felt like I was being, like it was both of them. She was still getting her, kicking me and stuff, and I had been threatened by her the whole time.
Well, he's trying to pull you off, so evidently you're on top.
No, pull us apart, actually, because at the time we were both still wrestling on the ground, and I had been told many times, no, don't mess with Mary Ellen, you know, that she was going to whip my...
Okay.
Sorry.
Where are all the children when this is going on?
They were scattered all over the house. Some were playing out in the yard, and some were in the living room.
The children didn't come in to hear what all the commotion was?
Yeah, a couple of them came to the kitchen door after the fight had broken up. See, they've been nitpicking at each other for a while, especially Mary Ellen, because it seemed like she wanted to be the alpha female, and you don't do that when you're invited to somebody's house. I asked my cousin and them to come up here because Mary Ellen had got kicked out of his daughter's house in Georgia, where they moved into another house, and they said they had black mold, and the mold was killing them. So I said, well, come on up and, you know, stay with me. You got 3 kids, so get them in school up here and come up here. I didn't expect her to come over and take over.
I wouldn't try to take over from her.
But evidently she tried.
I want to know how the window got broken.
After the fight went on, I think Mary Ellen was very upset about getting beat because she was promoted. She was.
Come on.
My cousin was promoting her as, you know, this really good fighter. She beat up 2 cops in California and all this kind of stuff. And she was upset getting beat, so she took it out on my house. You know,
Did you see her throw the plate?
No, I heard the plate. I saw her hitting the door with the plate, though, because once I heard the kitchen window break, I was on the phone with my brother, Wolfat Jones, and I came in. She was at the sliding glass door, banging it, but she had broke a plate on the sliding glass door already, putting chips
Why
in
were
it.
you hitting the sliding glass door with the plate?
It wasn't broken at all.
Why were you hitting it with the plate?
She attacked me when there was blood all over the floor, and she gave me a scar right here, and I have 4 stitches. I have 2 cuts, 4 stitches.
Sounds like you got the better of the bargain.
And my window still isn't fixed. I have plastic on it. You know, in Seattle, it rains a lot, and it ran up a lot of bills because I'm raising my 2 boys. I'm out on L&I right now, so I don't have a lot of money to fix the window. Labor in the industry. I got hurt at work. I work in a prison. So I couldn't get it fixed. They said that they were going to fix it.
When did they say they were going to fix it?
The next day afterwards, he said, well, let's go to Lowe's and find another window. And I said, no.
Did you say that, Mr. Lewis?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So why didn't you fix it?
He didn't want a Lowe's window. He wanted it professionally done, which would have cost a lot, and we didn't have the money at the time.
The reason why I didn't want him to fix my window, Your Honor, he was trying to, he changed my toilet seat with a crowbar.
Let me see the estimate on the window. As long as Mr. Lewis agreed to fix it, then he's got to fix it.
Well, Your Honor, he tried to fix my toilet bowl and cracked it. I don't want him to...
No, he's not coming back to fix it now.
Yeah, no, I don't want him to fix it anyway.
Okay.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Do you have a picture of the patio door?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
I'd like to see it, please.
I took it with a camera phone, so you can still see it good, though.
Quite frankly, what distresses me more than anything else is that you have 5 children there who are witnessing these
That's
2
what I'm
women
saying.
in a mud fight
the
on the
window.
kitchen floor. And according to your cousin, at least, you seem to think that it's wonderful that she's a good fighter.
He always did. He always did.
You've heard the fictionalized account. What I will tell you what truly happened.
Go ahead, I'm willing to listen.
When we left Georgia, we left Marietta because the house we were in had too much mold in it.
Tell me about your daughter.
Mary Ellen and the children wanted to go to Washington, to Uncle Dougie's house. So we went up there. He had told us, he had assured us beforehand that Laminda was not living there. He had kicked her out a year before because they weren't getting along.
Where were the children, his children living?
His children were there.
But not their mother.
No, he had hired a nanny
Is
for
that right
a while.
so far, sir?
That's correct.
Okay.
He had hired a nanny. She came over and beat up the nanny one day. That's why she had a warrant. That's why after she assaulted Mary Ellen, she had to split. That's why once we broke them apart in the kitchen during the fight, he was trying to get her out of the place before the police arrived.
Mr. Lewis, when you arrived there, was she there?
No, she was not. She has her own place in
When
Bremerton.
did she come back?
When he needed to have his back operation. His oldest son has diabetes. He did not trust either of us to give him his medication. We've never done it.
But she had.
So she had. They had been together since the kids were small until he got rid of her. Well, when she came back in, she was back in her house. She was pushing her around. She even tried to push me around, telling me to get out of my cousin's room.
Which was my room at the time?
No, you slept in the extra bedroom. He would let you come in there once in a while.
Okay.
For whatever.
Becoming clear to me, why did you eject her from the house?
She's been gone for at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Well, she liked going out a lot, you know. And
she liked to party.
Exactly, yeah.
And that wasn't good for your children?
No.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
There's a reason why you tell the mother of your children she can't live in your house anymore.
Right.
I mean, I don't have to go into all the details.
We actually parted our own ways.
There's a reason you tell the mother of your children that she can't live in your house anymore and she's leaving without her children.
I didn't leave without my children,
Right?
Your Honor.
Right.
I didn't leave without my children. I had my children with me when I left them. I stayed in the shelter with my kids, Your Honor, so...
Somehow the children got back with their father.
Yeah, they did, because I was a housewife with nothing to stand on when I left him.
You have to pay for the window and the door. If you're still together, she looks confused. You understand that you understand that you have to pay for the window and the door.
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
said you were going to pay for it. If she wants to sue her for her medical bills, she certainly is entitled to do that. At some other date, if you had filed a counterclaim with regard to her medical bills or injuries, I would have at least entertained that today, but you had no counterclaim. You have to pay for the window and the door. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $600. That's
Thank you,
all.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Yeah, this is case number 586 on the calendar in the matter of Garza versus Palacios. You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Mr. and Mrs. Garza, is this your granddaughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Step up, please. Who's going to speak? Then you can sit. I know that you're going to be very happy. I'm going to let you sit down.
Thank you.
See how happy he is? Look, he says, I'm off the hook. I'm sitting down. Nobody's going to ask me a question. I can sit here and relax. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Mrs. Garza, you are the owner of an automobile.
Yes, ma'am.
And you allowed your granddaughter to borrow your automobile. And when you got your automobile back, it was severely damaged. And it is your claim that that's as a result of this young lady driving the car while intoxicated and having a couple of accidents, causing the car to be impounded. You want her to pay for the damage.
Right.
But you have no first-hand knowledge of this other than the fact that you gave permission to your granddaughter
To use the truck.
to use the car.
It's a truck.
It's a truck? What kind of a truck is
It's
it?
a Dodge Ram.
And when did you give your granddaughter permission to use it?
On the 13th of August.
Had she had possession of the car? Was she regularly driving the car?
She lives with us, so she runs errands and she does her thing in the car. Yeah.
I see. Do you want to sit down next to your husband? Because now I've answered the questions that I have except for the damages and what they cost.
okay.
So why don't you sit down next to your husband? What's your first name?
Jessica.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Do you work?
No, I don't.
What do you do?
I'm a student.
You said that... I'm a student. Where are you a student?
I'm going to a GED program right now.
When did you start?
I've been there for a few months already.
What did you do before that?
I just was at home.
Who else lives in your grandparents' house other than you?
My son.
So that's what you were doing. How old is your son?
He's 4.
Your grandmother let you borrow the truck on August 13th to do what?
I was just going to use it, go out.
Where was your son?
He was at home with my grandparents.
You were going to use it to go out where?
To go party.
What time?
I'm not sure what time it was.
Give me an approximation.
It was probably 7 in the afternoon.
7 o'clock is usually referred to as the evening.
Oh, in the evening. I'm sorry.
How did she get possession of the truck?
I went to go pick her up.
She a friend of yours?
She's my cousin.
Where were you going?
To another friend's house.
For what?
Just to go hang out.
Name of the friend?
I don't know whose
hard
house it was.
questions are going to follow. These are easy questions.
Well, we went to go pick up Andrew at his friend's house, and that's where it was at. That's where we were at.
Andrew. Who is he? I know that that's who you are, but who are you?
Oh, he's
in relation?
just-
Is he your friend? Your
Yeah, he's
boyfriend?
just a friend.
Okay, so in the early evening, Jessica gets in the truck, leaves her 4-year-old responsibility with her grandparents, which I assume is the standard operating procedure in the house, so she could go hang out and have a party. She picks you up. How did you get possession of the truck?
My understanding, it was about like 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 o'clock? How did we get from 7 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning?
I don't know. Time just flew by, and by the time we knew it, it was 6 o'clock in the morning.
How old are you?
I'm 21 now.
What do you do?
I'm a customer service representative.
So you're employed?
Yes.
Thank God for small favors. What about you? Do you work?
Yes.
So before you know it, it got to be 6 o'clock in the morning. Where were you at 6 o'clock in the morning?
We were going to...
No, you, not we. You.
I was in the truck.
You were in the truck at 6 o'clock in the morning. Where was your son?
He was at home.
So you were in the truck at 6 o'clock in the morning, and how did Elaine get possession of the truck? Jessica?
Because we were going to stay the night at my parents' house, and...
The night was over at 6 o'clock in the morning. I know you have trouble with that, but it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Now it's morning.
We were going to my parents' house, and they had asked to borrow the car to go to the store, and the store's just down the street from my parents' house, and I let them borrow it. Told them to come back, and...
They never came back?
They never came back.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
Well, when she got out of the truck, who got in the driver's seat?
I believe I did. Well, yeah. My understanding, let me put it that way. Because the night, it's a big blur to me. It really is.
Did you just say the night is a big blur to me?
Yes. I don't really remember a lot of what happened.
What about you, Andrew? Do you remember what happened?
A little bit of it.
Well, you want to stand up here and tell me what you remember.
After we used the truck, we went to my grandmother's work to pick up some money for gas.
What'd you need more gas for?
Because I was going to go pick up some clothes from my mom's house.
Okay, so you're on your way to your mom's house. You've dropped her off. Two of you who have a marginal recollection of what happened on that morning because you were both what?
Intoxicated.
What about her? Was she intoxicated?
Yes.
Is that right?
No, ma'am, I wasn't.
Had you been drinking?
A little bit.
The car was in how many accidents that morning?
2.
Tell me about them. Who's going to remember to tell me about them?
A car had backed up into us at APAC. And after that, we had left because the police came. They let us go because it was on private property. And we were heading to my mom's house, and that's what happened when we wrecked.
Now, slowly tell me what happened when you were going to your mom's house.
Well, when I was going to my mom's house, I went to under the mall where we parked cars. I went on the very bottom, and then there was
Who was driving?
Me.
Who was driving when the first accident happened?
I was.
What was she doing?
She couldn't drive. She was drunk. I was.
Well, what about you?
I wasn't as intoxicated as her, but I was just.
Yes, he was.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You made a mistake, you had a baby. You visited that on your grandparents. And it would seem to me that what you're supposed to do is make their life as simple as possible, not more complicated.
And later today.
They're on little mini bikes and skateboards, and I've actually seen them blocking traffic.
Who does that?
My friends.
Is he one of your friends?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was out there that day?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 19-year-old Jessica Ortiz says during a night of heavy drinking, her cousin Elaine Palacios crashed her grandparents' truck. Elaine says Jessica should also be held responsible.
When she got out of the car, she was driving.
Yes.
So she loaned the car to Elaine.
Yes.
How did you get in a position to be in the driver's seat?
She had asked me to drive.
When? At what point?
A couple hours after we used the truck.
Well, weren't you supposed to go to the store and come right back?
Yes.
So why didn't you?
I don't know.
Sit down. All right, let's move on. This truck was impounded. The truck had a lot of damage. It's your position, Elaine.
Yes.
That it's her fault for letting you take the car because you were drunk.
Not fully, but I don't think that I should be held responsible for the whole damages to the truck alone.
Who should be?
I think that me, Jessica, and Andrew should be held responsible for it.
Well, she didn't sue Andrew.
Right.
So you would say that between the two of you, she's also responsible because she let you take the car knowing that you had been drinking.
Yes.
I agree with you. All right, Miss Garza, could you step up, please, and let me see the bills?
Yes, ma'am. You know, the insurance did pay us $5,000 on the truck. The truck in the blue book, it's worth $8,000 and some $100. Her mom did pay.
Shh, just a second. Okay, let me work out some numbers here. Do you still have the truck?
No, ma'am, the insurance took it.
And what you're telling me is the blue book value on the car was about $8,000. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Garza, I believe your granddaughter is partially responsible for what happened on that day. I believe she is at least 1/3 responsible, which means that Elaine here would be responsible for $2,000. Now, Elaine is perfectly capable of going to court and suing Andrew for half. I'm not dealing with that now. But your granddaughter exercised very poor judgment.
Yes, ma'am.
So the case is easy, but I have a couple of questions for Miss Attitude over here. How long has she been living with you with her 4-year-old son?
Since before the 4-year-old son. She's lived with me on and off all her life.
But there was a period of time she didn't live with you.
Right.
That's when she became pregnant?
Right.
When she became pregnant, she moved back in with you before he was born?
When he was about 3 months old.
Where was she living before that?
With her, the father of the baby. But my husband went and got her.
Does the father have anything to do with the child?
He sees him, but does not support him.
So you have two winners. You have two parents who don't support their child, the mother and the father.
Right.
And this one goes out and parties. Let me tell you something, Jessica. You better grow up. You made a mistake, you had a baby. You visited that on your grandparents, who at a time in their life are supposed to be just enjoying each other and relaxing, have been burdened with a responsibility because of your stupidity. And it would seem to me that what you're supposed to do is make their life as simple as possible, not more complicated. And going out at 7 o'clock at night and coming home 6 o'clock in the morning is not what a responsible mother does. Do I make myself clear? Perfect! Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I was going to pay for it, and when it came down to it, the plaintiff wasn't cooperative, so therefore we came here to Judge Judy.
The truck had the A-frame was damaged. There was no fixing it.
I feel bad because they always bring it up and throw it in my face.
We had to go pick it up, and there was whiskey bottles and beer bottles.
The police were involved twice, and actually the second time is when we actually got arrested.
They could have had an accident and gotten killed, or God only knows, kill somebody else.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Pender versus Garrison. Step forward, please.
Engineer David Pender is suing children's services worker Joan Garrison for the cost of medical bills. David claims Joan's poodle bit his 14-year-old son Edward while he was skateboarding.
Mr. Pender, which one of these two boys was bitten by the defendant's dog?
My son, Edward Pender.
All right, why don't you sit down? How old are you, Edward?
14.
Who were you out skateboarding with?
My friend Alex Birkemeyer, Mike, and my two friends, Ricky.
You always skateboard with them?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you skateboarding on the sidewalk or in the street?
Sidewalk.
How many of you were in the sidewalk?
One, just me.
Why were you on the sidewalk? Is not an answer.
Seemed like the right thing to do, Your Honor. It seemed like the right thing to do. I don't
understand what you mean, it seemed like the right thing to do. What were you doing on the sidewalk?
I was skateboarding.
Had you been in the street with your friends?
No, ma'am.
So what happened when you passed Mrs. Garrison, who was walking with her two dogs who were on leashes?
I have my skateboard, if you would like me to demonstrate for you, Your Honor.
No, I wouldn't. I want you to use your words.
I was riding past her, and then I was swinging my left hand. And
how are you swinging your left hand?
Like this, moving it back and forth, and then her dog bit me whenever it was about at my hip. Yeah.
Now, were you on a hill?
No, ma'am.
Now, when you were going down this street, did you see the defendant and her 2 dogs?
It was a while until I saw her.
How far away was she from where you were skateboarding?
About 5 feet, ma'am.
When you first saw her?
Yes, ma'am.
You mean she just appeared out of nowhere? Or you weren't looking?
I wasn't looking, ma'am.
And I assume that when you drive down the sidewalk on the skateboard, the reason you do this arm movement is to get more leverage, isn't that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can go
faster.
So you're going faster, and you're not looking where you're going, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you passed by Miss Garrison, how close did you come to her?
About 1 foot.
And she had how many dogs with her?
2.
How big were they?
Probably about this high.
So there's you going too fast, not looking where you're going on the skateboard, and Miss Garrison walking with her 2 standard-sized poodles?
Correct, Your Honor.
How wide is the sidewalk?
Probably about 3 feet.
That's not very wide. Now, if you had been looking where you were going and weren't going so fast, and if you had seen her walking with her 2 dogs that were on a leash, what would you have done?
Probably just kept on going, ma'am.
Well, that would have been very stupid of you, Mr. Pender. You think that you frightened her?
Yes, ma'am.
You have no right to do that. All right, Miss Garrison, now I'm finished with him. Temporarily.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Because we know what happened. Right, Mr. Pender?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you've got your 2 standard poodles walking with them. They're on leashes. What do you see?
I was walking along the sidewalk, and actually I've seen this group of kids several times before in my neighborhood where I'm walking. They're on little mini bikes and skateboards, and they actually they aren't on the sidewalk, they're in the street, and they will stay in the street, and I've actually seen them blocking traffic. On this particular...
Who does that?
Not me, Your Honor.
Who?
My friends.
That's not nice. Is he one of your friends?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was out there that day?
No, ma'am.
Oh, he's just here just because he wants to come to court?
No, ma'am.
What's he here for?
He was there because he was the one that was helping me, trying to get her. Because she wouldn't stop whenever I was calling her.
Now listen to me, sir. Was he with you that day on his skateboard?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it's either yes or no. 2 seconds ago it was no, now it's yes. So he was on his skateboard.
Yes, ma'am.
So he was one of the kids that, according to you, was in the street because you were the only one on the sidewalk.
Yes, ma'am.
So he's one of the people that she's talking about, according to you, that was in the street that day blocking traffic.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm walking my dogs, and I see them coming down the hill, and this young man decided to leave the street and ride off, and I actually have pictures of the area. And you can't see, but he took a drive. He got out of the street through a driveway and basically rode his skateboard right into me.
Okay. So he was riding in the street with his friends?
Yes, he was.
No question in your mind?
No.
And then at some point, he went up through a driveway and decided to come down on the sidewalk.
Correct.
And he got bitten because your dog was frightened.
I didn't know what was happening. I was concerned. I've seen these kids before.
Got bitten on the hand? Where were you bitten?
On my left hand, Your Honor.
Your Honor, he showed me his elbow. And
I don't care whether he showed you his elbow or he showed you his hand. Whose fault was it?
Hers, Your Honor.
You're supposed to be smarter than a poodle. I am sure your father raised you in the hopes that you would be smarter than a poodle.
That's right.
So if you frightened her poodle because you were doing the wrong thing, that's your fault. The poodle wasn't chasing you down the street, was it?
No, ma'am.
Huh?
No, ma'am.
That's what happens when you do the wrong thing, Mr. Pender. You do the wrong thing, sometimes bad things happen to you. And you got bitten. Just because you got bitten doesn't mean it's her fault. You and I know exactly what happened that day.
That's right.
All right. Anything you want to say to me, sir?
No, ma'am.
Perfect. Case dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Yeah, this is case number 578 on the calendar in the matter of Cabanero versus Taru.
Thank you.
Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Mr. Cabanero, Miss Taru was formerly your girlfriend.
Yes.
You have a child together.
Correct.
How old is that child?
7 years old.
A little girl.
Yes.
And you have an order of visitation with the child.
Yes.
You are currently married, I assume, to this lady.
Yes.
And you have 1 or 2 children?
I have 2 children and 1 on the way.
According to your complaint, during a scheduled visitation, you noticed that your daughter had a recurrence of a severe eczema problem that she suffers from.
Yes.
You tried to contact her mother. Her mother had turned off her cell phone. So you contacted the child's grandmother,
Correct.
Miss Taru's mother, and you told her that you were planning on taking the child to the doctor.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you went to work.
That's correct.
Miss Taru became upset that you planned to take the child to the doctor. She came to your home when your wife was at home, and according to you, broke your security door.
Yes.
Ms. Taru says you owe her over $4,000 in child support, so what are you complaining about?
The child support's getting taken out of my check. My check's getting garnished every week.
What is the child support order that you have for your daughter?
It's, I believe it's $400 something a month.
How much is this child support order?
$214.
$214 a month.
Correct. He does have another child, is the reason that they take more than just my amount out. He has another child with a mother that also garnishes wages out of his check.
Is that right?
Yes.
You got a lot of children, Mr. Cabanero. You must be very rich.
With children, yeah.
Those are your riches, sir. But sometimes you have to think with this. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now you can stand up. Your name is Mrs. Cabanero, and you tell me, Mrs. Cabanero, what happened when Miss Taru came to your house?
Lena made arrangements with my mother-in-law for the daughter to come over for the weekend on February 11th. And after dinner, I decided to give her a bath. When I got her ready for her bath, I saw that she had whelps on her from her eczema, and she has sores on her arms, all over her chest, thighs, and both eyes, and it was fully all over her body. And when I did give her a lukewarm bath, she did cry that it did hurt her skin.
How long has your daughter suffered from eczema?
Since she was born, Your Honor, since she was 6 days old.
When was the last time prior to February 11th that the child had seen a physician?
On January 31st.
When had it become so exacerbated to cause concern to the police officer who came and saw the child?
It's always been that way, Your Honor. I have a letter from her doctor.
I'd like to see the letter from her doctor.
I got pictures of it also.
I'd like to see the photograph.
Can I mention that it's hereditary, and my sister also suffers the severe disease as well and has the same exact symptoms, and she's 24 years old, Your Honor.
And that was just recent pictures.
I have a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
This letter from the doctor, which you furnished me.
Correct.
Says that you told the doctor that Alexa, that's your daughter.
Correct.
Was found with her stepsister involved in sexual play.
Correct.
How old is that child?
At that time, she was 2 years old.
And how old was your daughter?
I want to say 5.
So they're baby playing.
Correct.
All right. What I need, because he says that he couldn't get this eczema under control, so he sent you to a dermatologist.
Yes.
Doctor. I'd like to see a report is when you last took the child to see Dr.
I don't have a statement.
Well,
with
when
me.
prior to February 11th had the child seen Dr.
The beginning of January.
This is too serious a condition, madam, to wait 6 weeks.
No, Your Honor, I have several medications that my daughter is on that I use on a typical basis.
Did the police officer who responded that day tell you better take this child immediately to the doctor?
No, she suggested that I take her to the doctor, or she would have, well, yes, actually, yes, you're right, correct. Or that she would call an ambulance and have
You're
her
absolutely right, because the police officer who responded that day viewed this situation as critical enough to say, unless you guarantee me that you're going to take the child immediately to the doctor, she's taking the child by ambulance to the hospital.
Correct.
So when did you take the child to the dermatologist?
Oh, I didn't take her to the dermatologist, Your Honor. I took her to the regular doctor because it was a Saturday.
When did you take her to the dermatologist?
She hasn't been, Your Honor.
That's neglect.
I have no medical coverage right now, Your Honor.
I don't care what you have to do to get enough money to take your child to the dermatologist. Your doctor, in a letter that you gave me, madam, from your doctor, the doctor says, this problem is so serious and so intractable that I cannot treat the child.
Correct.
So I referred her to a dermatologist, which you didn't take her to.
He also doesn't provide medical coverage for my daughter, Your Honor.
What difference does that make? He said, listen to me very carefully. I read your answer. Your answer said that you got angry, that he was going to take the child to the doctor.
Correct.
So you went over to pick her up.
I did.
And it would seem to me that on February 11th, since you haven't had the child to the dermatologist since the beginning of January because you have no medical coverage, that if the child's father was prepared to take her to a doctor to look into this situation that was unremitting while in your care, you wouldn't get angry. You would say, thank you.
No.
Thank you. Not, she's mine and I'll take care of it.
Your Honor,
Listen to me. That's what a mother does. A mother does not say, I'm not going to let him because that's my job and he has no right to do that. Mother says, if I don't have medical coverage and my husband doesn't provide enough for me to take the child to the dermatologist, if the child's father's going to do that, let him. That's great just as long as the child gets cared for. So the fact that you went over there and made a fuss over there that day is stupid.
I did take my daughter to the doctor that day. I could not take her to dermatology that day.
The doctor says he can't help her. This is the letter you gave me. The doctor says I cannot help her. That was a Saturday. Did you take the child to the dermatologist Monday?
No, because my coverage ended.
Is she not following me?
I could not.
Is she not following me?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I asked about the door.
This getting to the door.
Get there faster. I'm losing patience with the door when I'm looking at it behind like this. I'm losing patience with everybody.
And later today,
she got in her car, whipped out her driveway, and drove off real fast. And it was an older dude. He kicked her car.
Nasty.
Nice little kick.
For no reason. Just stupid.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Alex Caballero says his child's mother, Lena Teru, damaged his front door by kicking it. Alex also says Lena is neglecting their daughter.
You got bigger problems than a door. I don't know what you're here wasting your time for with a door for $300 that got broken. I would save my energy and my time off from work by pursuing, if you feel as if you can provide the child with a better situation, with pursuing either more liberal rights with regard to this child's medical care or custody of this child if you feel as if you can provide for the child so that a child doesn't have to have these kind of welts because these two people can't provide the child with appropriate medical care. Do you understand?
He now provides medical coverage for us, Your Honor.
It's not good enough. I guarantee you that if he was walking around with this on his behind, or you would have gotten yourself to a doctor and had it taken care of.
He
Guaranteed.
has it on his knee.
And the fact that this child is 7 years old and has no voice, and you have to be this child's voice, is to me an abomination that you would allow the child to walk around for 6 weeks like this. Now, you want to talk about your door?
Yeah.
How did the door get broken?
When she, after that incident, I had a phone conversation with her stating that she was going to come over and pick up the daughter. I stated to her that her daughter needed to see a physician that day, and then she continued to call me names over the phone, so I hung up on her.
I asked about the door.
This getting to the door.
Get there faster. I'm losing patience with the door when I'm looking at it behind like this. I'm losing patience with everybody.
She came to the house, continued to ring the doorbell. I answered the front door, and we did have a security screen door. She asked for her daughter. I told her no. And she continued to say, I'm going to kick you. I'm going to kill you. As soon as you come out of here, I'm going to get you. And I told her, if she don't get off my property right now, I'm going to call the sheriffs. And as soon as I said that, she started to pull and bang and yank on the security screen door.
You have a picture of the door?
I also have a witness, that my neighbor, that also seen all of it.
Is the witness here?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me see. Where's the witness?
He's in the back.
Okay, let's bring out the witness, please.
swear to tell the truth in these matters?
Yes.
State your name for the record, please.
Travis Smith.
Mr. Smith, are you a neighbor of these people?
Yes, I am.
All right, I'm going to direct your attention to the 12th of February of 2005. Were you home on that day?
Yes, I was.
Did you witness an altercation between this defendant and the plaintiff's wife?
Yes.
Would you tell me what you observed, please?
I heard a bunch of yelling and screaming.
What did you hear?
I heard, open the door, give me my kid, something to that effect. A lot of profanity.
By whom?
Defendant. At the time, I didn't realize it was actually her that was screaming the profanity. I thought it was the people down the street that were fighting. I came outside, and when I noticed that it was actually coming across the street, I approached her, just trying to figure out what was going on.
What did you say to her?
Basically, I asked, what's going on? Because I'm new to the neighborhood. I want to, trying to learn my neighbors. And
okay, she said, what's going on? And she said,
oh, I'm trying to get my baby. They have my baby, and she won't let me have her. She goes, I have the cops on the way, and I walked her out onto the sidewalk, and I said, well, if the police are on their way, then why don't you stand here, calm down, let the police do their job.
Okay. Is that all you saw?
Pretty much.
Can I mention my side of what he said?
Go ahead.
When he came outside, he asked me, is that Alexis and Alicia fighting again? And I said, no, it's me screaming at her to give me my daughter.
Is that what you said?
No. I didn't even know her name at the time. I didn't even know he had another daughter. That's how new to the street I was.
He might have said Alex and his wife fighting again.
I said, are they fighting again? I thought it was people down the street.
He had said that they were fighting last weekend, the weekend prior to the February 12th.
No.
She was so upset she doesn't know.
Well,
the only thing she wasn't upset about, the only thing Miss Charu wasn't upset about was this.
That's...
You owe him the money for the door, madam, $322. Judgment for the plaintiff in that amount. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I just want to get my daughter taken care of, and I just want her to take responsibility for the actions she did.
I think she's jealous, and because that was her first love, and I came in between. I told her I'd kill her. She didn't give me my daughter. That's right, I did.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Lang versus Lewis Finch. Step forward, please.
Legal assistant Mary Lang is suing 16-year-old Timothy Finch Jr. and his mother, Octavia Lewis, for the cost to fix her car. Mary says Timothy dented the vehicle by kicking it.
Miss Lang, it is your claim that this young man dented your car.
That is correct.
By kicking it?
Yes.
Mr. Finch says that it was not him.
Okay.
When did it happen and where?
On February 3rd of this year, I was getting into my car. The defendants and some other kids were across the street, and they were throwing snowballs at me. I then got it.
How many kids?
There's a bus stop there, and the kids, there's a high school down the street, and the kids stand at that bus stop.
So how many
About
kids?
20.
Go ahead.
I then got into my car, and I backed up, and I stopped at that stop sign where the bus stop is. And the defendant was standing at the bus stop, but he was standing out in the road, not exactly on the sidewalk.
What specifically about the defendant caused you to remember him?
He had a camouflage jacket on.
Anyone other than the defendant wearing a camouflage jacket?
No, Your Honor.
Just one?
Yes.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Mary Lang claims 16-year-old Timothy Finch Jr. vandalized her car by kicking it. Timothy says Mary's got the wrong guy.
Okay, tell me exactly what you saw.
Well, I had to go a little slow because I was watching out for these kids that were in the road, and there was another car coming this way, and I was making a right-hand turn. So I was looking to make sure that I wasn't hitting these kids or whatever, and I saw the defendant kick my car in the passenger side mirror.
What did you do?
I then pulled up to see if there was any damage, and there was. There was a nice dent in my car. And I went back to my apartment, and I called 911. My apartment is right across the street from the bus stop.
Okay. I want to hear what Mr. Finch has to say.
I had detention in school, and I got into a problem earlier in the week in school, so they wasn't going to let me out the building until they knew the bus was exactly coming. So when I left out the school, I was walking down the street, and all you heard was like, oh, like they was yelling, like we thought it was a fight or something. So we walked down there, and then it was a Caucasian, like a heavyset boy was across the street, and other kids was running at him, tackling them, jumping on them, and then they was throwing snowballs at her also. And then they kept on throwing them, so she went in her doorway, she called the cops. And then I guess the cops ain't come, so she got in her car. She whipped out her driveway, and then she drove off real fast and turned the corner. I was standing next to her, and then there was a whole lot of other people in front of me. And then when she turned, it was an older dude that was out there that ain't go to school. he kicked her car. She stopped, and when she got her car, she said, "You're going to pay for this damage at my car." She was looking at the dude right in his face when she said it, and then she bagged up, and then she went in her driveway, and then she got back in the doorway.
What did this dude look like?
He was dark-skinned. He had a camouflage coat on, he had a black hoodie, and he had a braids on, but he had a hat on.
Had you ever seen him before?
I seen him. He come up to our school mostly every day. But he don't go to our school. He just come up there mostly every day.
What does he do at your school if he doesn't go to school there?
He just come up there every day. He just be out there talking to everybody.
Every day?
Every day.
So you've seen him 50 times?
Yes.
And no question that you could identify him?
Yes.
You have a police report?
I do, Your Honor.
I'd like to see it. Now, they took you off the bus, is that right?
Yes.
Did this older guy also get on the bus?
No, when once she called the cops, him and the other two dudes that was with him, they went off back towards, I don't know, towards Granite. That's the street back that way.
Now, when the police took you off the bus, did you tell the police at that time that you could identify the true perpetrator because he came to your school every day and you know who he is? Did you tell that to them?
No, I didn't.
Well, you just told me, and it would seem to me logical, Mr. Finch, that if you had not committed this crime and the police took you off the bus, you would have said, listen, it was this older dude who comes to the school every day, who I know, because I've seen him at least 50 times. I can point him out to you. I would tell that to the police like that. This young lady, step up, whose name is?
LaToya.
That LaToya, who was standing right next to you, right? That's what you said.
Yes.
You saw exactly what he saw, right?
Yes.
You were waiting for him because he got detention?
No, I was also in detention.
Everybody's in detention. Now, after he got pulled off the bus, were you on the bus with him?
Yes.
Did you get off the bus?
Yes.
Did you tell the police that it wasn't him, it was this other guy? He told me about this other guy who did it.
Yes, I told them when they were on the bus.
You told that to the police?
When they were on the bus, we pointed to people, the two boys that actually did it, to her car, but they didn't take them. They took him and another boy.
Are you telling me that you told the police that it was boys on the bus who caused the dent to her car?
Yes.
Sit down. He says they had walked away already. Okay. Can I see pictures of the car, please? Nasty.
Nice little kick.
For no reason. Just because being stupid. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. That's all. Step out.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Versus Davis Ayers. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Mr. Ayers, the defendant is your former wife, and it is your claim that she appropriated an insurance check that was for you in the amount of $600. She cashed it and used it for her own purposes. You want the money back.
That is correct.
Mrs. Ayers says she did it. She did it because you haven't paid any child support, and you owed her a whole bunch of money, and she needed it. That's your defense.
Yes.
Okay. When were you married? When were you divorced?
We were married in June of 1991 and finally divorced in December of 2002.
And you have children together?
That is correct.
How many children do you have together?
One. We have a boy, David, age 10 now.
And who is David's primary custodian?
His mother.
Do you visit with him?
On occasions, yes, I do.
What does on occasion mean?
Well, it seems to have changed recently, where normally I can pick him up when he comes home from school. He'll call me and say, Dad, come pick me up, or some things like that. And Nita has changed that and wanted me to make plans through her instead of David.
That's the appropriate thing to do.
It's understood, but when at moments before that, I would try and call her, leave messages on the home phone, cell phone, and everything, and it took a long time to receive.
Are you telling me that your divorce decree does not provide for scheduled visitation?
No, we do not have any legal visitation or child support, anything set up.
Who has a copy of the judgment of divorce?
I do.
I'd like to take a look at it, please. Just curious, Ms. Sayers, what was the problem with securing jurisdiction for a divorce? Because this is a bizarre situation for me, where you have a divorce, an absolute divorce that doesn't mention the issue of the marriage, child support, visitation, custody, all the things that are usually encompassed in a judgment to divorce. This does not. Can you explain that to me?
Yes, I had an option of either spending a lot of money and getting a divorce that did encompass visitation and custody, or spending less money. Since I was doing it by myself, he would agree to the divorce, but he wouldn't pay anything toward it. So the least expensive way for me to end it was to get one that didn't have all that in it. So that's
So he agreed to this kind of a divorce as long as it didn't cost him any money?
Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes, you can.
Reason I did that way is because I actually found a $100 check that I had given her, a duplicate, in 1995 if she wanted a divorce, and I gave her $100 towards it, and she decided to do whatever she did with that money also to not get the divorce. And then...
How long have you been separated?
Since 94 or 5 or something.
Most of our married life we've been separated. We've lived together for a total of, we tried to put it together about 2 years.
Gotcha. And David has been in your primary care during all that time?
Yes, he has.
Okay. Mr. Reyes?
Yes.
Your former wife carried you on her insurance, is that right?
Yes, she did.
Until what year?
Until the divorce went through, and even after the divorce, when I called Blue Cross Blue Shield, they said I was still on there, so I don't know whether she was going through the emotions of taking me off or whatever.
Whatever, so she kept you on the insurance?
Correct.
That was really very nice of her.
It is, and I accepted it, and I thanked
That
her.
was lovely of her. What kind of work do you do?
Right now, I am unemployed. I'm a temp agency, and I work part-time at a grocery store, but I'm not working full-time anywhere.
Well, what have you been doing since 1995 when you separated?
I've been working off and on jobs, and I was working on a good job, and my past has basically messed up my work. I had a good job, really good job, and I lost it. And I must say, last year I lived most of it on inheritance from my grandmother, and I was very blessed.
How much inheritance?
She left me approximately, was it about 10,000?
Look at her. Look at me.
Okay, about 10,000.
Of the $10,000, how much did you give Miss Ayers for David's support?
Actually, it wasn't directly towards David's support. I gave her about at least $900 to pay some bills for her within where she was living, and I put $500 in my son's savings account.
So you gave her a total of $1,400 for the year?
I'd say that, yes.
The year prior to that, how much did you give her?
I have a number of check stubs just showing her approximately about maybe another total of, I don't know, within the years of the separation from 95 that you're asking. I don't know the grand total. Your Honor, I'd say about 5,000. Every now I would give money, and also when we go shopping for school clothes.
I don't want to hear about school clothes.
Okay, well, I'm
not interested. Because did you get $1,400 from him last year? $500 for David, $900 towards bills?
I got $900 toward bills, that's all.
And he says he put in $500 for David. So in the year 2002, you got a grand total of $900 from him for the entire year. Is that right?
Yes, but it wasn't child support.
It was for bills.
It was, we were attempting to get back together, and he was attempting to move to Charlotte to have something to do with his son's life. And at that time is where I added him to my insurance, and we knew it might not work because we tried before. And we said, okay, I'll put you on the insurance and get some things done, some medical things. And his gesture was he bought me a ring and for Mother's Day, and he paid for my storage fee for 1 month and my car note for 1 month. That was the $900. He's since taken the ring back, and I did keep the $900.
I didn't take it, but I have.
What do you mean? You mean she gave it to you?
It was upon discussion and mentioning why would you want to not want to be with me and love me, but wear something that is monetary that I gave you as a replacement of her wedding ring that you and I lost. And when she handed it, held it up, is this what it's about? And yes, I took it, so we didn't fight over it. She gave it to me, and that's it.
We did.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ayers?
Yes, ma'am.
It is my assumption, sir, that for most of your son's life, you have been a father who has not supported him. Is that right?
No, that's not correct.
$900. Let us assume, sir, that I say that the $900 that you gave her last year was for your son, for support. And let us assume that I believe everything that you say, that since 1995 you had given her a total of approximately $5,000 for
No,
your
that's
son.
not correct. I have many pay stubs here that add up to more than that, and some pay stubs that I
How much? Give me an idea.
I'll give you an idea of about another 8,000.
So in 8 years is what you say. Just a second, of course. Ms. Ayers, So in 8 years, you're telling me that you gave your son $8,000 towards his support. Is that what you're saying to me?
Yes, I would say so.
Fine.
Okay.
That is about $1,000 a year. Is that right?
That's correct.
That's not enough.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You've been a deadbeat for 8 years.
That's not correct. That's not
Deadbeat, sir. You cannot feed a guppy, a goldfish, for $1,000.
And later today,
Miss Smith, you would agree that some of those pictures are pretty miserable.
Yes, they are, Your Honor.
How do you explain that?
I'm embarrassed by those pictures, to say the least.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Robert Ayers says ex-wife Anita Davis Ayers owes for illegally cashing his settlement check. Anita claims Robert is a deadbeat father.
Listen to me, sir. What I want to understand is where you get the chutzpah, gall, to sue her for a $600 insurance refund check where she was nice enough to put you on her insurance, where you've been a deadbeat for 8 years.
That's not correct. That's not
Deadbeat, sir. You cannot feed a guppy, a goldfish, for $1,000 a year. And you want for her, who has been the sole support of your child, probably all of her life, with the exception of the few years when you had a good job, to take money out of her bank now that she already put in because she was pretty much annoyed with you, and give it the $600 to you. And I'm going to tell you this, sir. I'm going to grant your judgment and hold it in abeyance for the following period of time. Listen to me very carefully.
Yes.
You will go into the local family court where you live. You will file a petition for visitation for your son and ask the court to set an order of support retroactive to the last moment that you gave her money. Do you understand?
Yes.
When you do that, and you have started to pay regularly for 3 months, I will release the check for $600. Do you understand? Do you understand me, sir?
If I have
you
to,
are
yes.
absolutely entitled to the $600 that she got by way of an insurance check that was designated for whatever surgery you had. It was her insurance. She was nice enough to put you on her insurance. You are absolutely entitled to
I would have never done that.
Just
It was
listen
upon
to me
discussion.
very carefully, sir. You are absolutely entitled to that. And I'm going to grant you your judgment and hold it in abeyance. When you are paying a child support order regularly, you can have your money. Do I make myself clear? That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused.
I don't feel like it's right.
I think the judge made the right decision.
I wish you would have done this earlier, and we could have just given me the check and it would have been okay, because everything could have been cordial.
He's never given me anything near $8,000.
No problem. I'll take care of my son, and I'll pay him and take care of him. I'll do that. No problem at all.
He does very little. The little that he does, have to prod him to do it.
She's a Judge Anita, and she wants to run things her way.
You can call me Judge Anita, but sometimes you have to be a strong person just to make things happen.
I have to do what I have to do, and I'll stand up and strong man like I've been doing before, and I'll do whatever I have to do to take care of my son.
If you keep on letting the person use you, they'll keep using you. So you just have to cut it off and pay the consequences.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Weekly versus Smith. Step forward, please.
Irish dancing teacher Patricia Weekly is suing dressmaker Valerie Smith for the money she paid for dance costumes. Valerie is countersuing for the unpaid balance.
Miss Weekly, Miss Smith, according to what I read, was commissioned by you to make some costumes for a young dance troupe who were doing some Irish dancing in competition. She made the dresses. You didn't like them. You want your money back. Ms. Smith says that you used the dresses, she delivered the dresses, and you owe her a balance. So I have a counterclaim. A few questions. Those, I assume, are the costumes.
These are some of them. We also have a dancer with us that's wearing one of the costumes.
When was the competition scheduled?
It was over Thanksgiving weekend of 2002.
And was this the first time that you were involved in this competition?
I've been involved in Irish dancing since 1969.
So you had ordered costumes before?
Yes.
But never from Miss Smith?
No, this was, I started out my own school this past year of May of 2002, and so we needed team dresses.
How did you find Miss Smith?
I looked in the Yellow Pages in Omaha as well as on the internet for an embroidery company because the dresses are all embroidered, and I started there.
Did you get references?
No.
Why not?
Because the way we went through the whole order process, she did some sample embroidery for me, and I paid for a sample dress to be made. And from those things, I proceeded with the order.
And you were satisfied?
I was satisfied with the direction
sample.
it was going, yes.
When did you get the sample?
I got the sample on September 12th, 2002.
Can I see the sample?
Yes.
Ms. Smith, is this the sample dress that you made?
Yes, I believe it is.
Can I see it, please?
Your Honor, this was the first dress that was made, and actually when she
Just a second.
Okay.
This was the sample.
That's correct.
Exactly the way it is here.
No, the cuffs didn't actually fit around the sleeves, and they were needed for a competition. So I actually had to add some black so that they would actually be able to go around the sleeve.
You added the black?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Patricia Wheatley says she hired Valerie Smith to make dresses for an Irish dancing competition. Patricia says the dresses were a disaster.
All right, so you got a dress. You got one of the costumes on September 12th. You were satisfied with it. You told her to proceed with the order. What happened?
After that, I had given her a sample of a dress, what Irish dancing dresses should look like, since this was a new project for Val. And she had the use of this dress. I provided her patterns, and we started working on the dress. There were some irregularities in that sample that she said she would actually remake it and was embarrassed of that dress. So I was confident, based on our conversations, that it would go in the right direction. We had appointments for 5 different fittings. She showed up at 2 of them. And on the first fitting, she came. The dresses weren't done. There were 4 out of the 6, and they were in various states of completion, and tried them on the girls, took measurements, made notes on things that needed to be fixed, and let down, taken up, taken in. And then...
when did she deliver the dresses to you?
It was somewhere between 10 and 10:30 p.m. on November 27th, the day before Thanksgiving, at my home.
How many costumes did she deliver?
She delivered 6.
Did you look at them?
They were all bagged up on hangers, ready to go.
The answer is, did you look at them?
Not immediately, no.
So you didn't look at them before she left?
No.
When did you look at them?
After she left, it's nice to lay the dresses flat so the pleats hang. I looked at them right after.
On the 27th?
On the 27th, immediately after.
Okay. Did you call her on the 27th to register any dissatisfaction? I
didn't call her due to the fact that it was after 11 o'clock, but I sent her an email that I have expressing my dissatisfaction.
Okay, do you have any picture, any photograph of what the dresses looked like?
Yes, I immediately took pictures.
Can I see them, please? Have you seen these photographs?
No, I have not.
I'd like to look at them.
Your Honor, if there's any way you could look at the dancer in the dress, the pictures are one thing, but to see one of my actual little girls that takes dancing for me in the dress is...
I'll do that in a minute.
Thank you.
Miss Smith, you would agree that some of those pictures are pretty miserable.
Yes, they are, Your Honor. This is the first I've seen of the dresses since they've been delivered.
Well, you must have seen them when you delivered them.
I did see them when I delivered them. Of course I did.
How do you explain that?
I'm embarrassed by those pictures, to say the least.
Right. Is the costume that you're going to show me now, had that been altered in any way by you before it was used?
No. There were some where we had to take zippers out to make them, try to have them hang straight. But we realized after we worked on them for 2 nights, all night, that there was really nothing we could do other than pin and tape and try to make them hang.
All right, so let me see the dress that you want to show me. You have a witness outside?
Yes, I do.
Okay, stay right there. Okay. Turn around. Oh, that's awful. I'm not you. You're adorable.
Oh, okay.
The dress doesn't fit. Okay, why don't you go have a seat? Okay. Did the girls use the dresses to dance?
Yes, they did. Given that the competition was the day after Thanksgiving, there was, and half the team had left for Chicago.
Okay.
Nothing to do.
I'll hear you.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is the first time I've seen the dresses. I did receive the complaint from Ms. Weekly, but this is the first time I've seen the dresses and the problems that are with those dresses. As I recall, when I delivered them, they were not in that type of condition. However, after they've settled, I don't know what could happen to that type of costume with the weight. The skirt
Stand
is
up.
rather heavy.
Stand up. Turn around.
Your Honor, this dress...
Shh. Turn around. That doesn't fit.
No, that does not fit at all.
Right.
I agree with you.
And you wouldn't expect to be paid for that, would you?
Not in that condition, no, ma'am.
Okay. Sit down. And you delivered the costumes the day before they were scheduled to leave.
I delivered them by the day she specified I could deliver them the latest
Well,
by.
and I understand that, but when you're delivering dresses at the last minute, you have to assume the consequences of them not being right.
Sure, I understand.
Of course. So she paid you $2,400. The dresses are awful. She gets her money back, and you get nothing. That's all.
Parties are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
may step out.
Thank you.
Judge, you may be seated.
Who's Powell? Me. Stand over there. Who's McCormick?
Right here.
Ray. You may stay. Whitfield.
Me.
It was your truck.
Yeah. Yes.
You didn't see what happened to it. You just saw the aftermath.
Yes.
And you didn't witness what happened to it, Mrs. Voss. Is that correct?
That's correct. I only heard it.
It is your claim, however, that these 4 young people, while in a state of drunken intoxication, decided to use your son's truck for baseball practice, whatever, totally destroying it. There was one other person allegedly involved who, according to your complaint, has in fact made some restitution to you for the damage. Is that right?
Correct.
How much did you receive from this Russell person?
$240.
And what was the full extent of the damage to the truck?
$1,199.45.
Okay. So let's start out. You are in your home. It's the 24th of April. It's in the evening.
Correct.
And what did you hear?
I was sleeping and I was awakened to a bunch of just noise. At the time, I thought it was garbage cans or street signs, people banging on it. Got up, went into the kitchen, and kind of went outside on the front porch. At that time, I saw some children. It was dark. I couldn't identify them. Further down the street at what I thought was knocking over a garbage can. I saw 3 children at that time pass by, 2 on one bicycle and 1 running behind.
When you say children, you mean little children?
No, I'm sorry. Teenage children.
Male or female?
I could not identify them.
Go ahead.
I went out to retrieve the garbage can. When I got to the bottom of the steps, that's when I heard somebody yell to kick the truck. So knowing my son's truck was parked down the street, I went into the street. And it's that time I saw my son's truck out of the assigned parking spot, actually pushed out and turned in the street so that I can see it at the end of the road. And there was just banging on it. I couldn't tell how many were around it because it was sideways in front of me. I don't know who was behind it, but I could hear that same noise that woke me up. So I yelled at them to get away from the truck, and they fled.
How many people did you see fleeing?
The light, it was dark. I really, honestly could not tell you.
Was it more than 1?
Yes, and probably more than 2. I can honestly say more than 2.
Did you go down to inspect the truck?
At that point, I yelled for them to get away as I was running towards the truck, and then I went back to call the sheriff.
So you didn't go to the truck, you didn't go anywhere near there?
No, it was dark.
That's smart. And you waited for the sheriff in your home?
At that point, I woke my husband up. He went down to the truck, and we waited for the sheriff at the time.
And you went with him?
Yes.
What did you see when you got down there?
Just the truck in the middle of the road with the window broken. At that point, it was dark. It was hard to see how much body damage was done.
What time of the evening was this?
It was after midnight. I believe it was approximately midnight when I called the sheriff. My son came home. He was not home at the time. He arrived when the sheriff arrived. And then he called some of his friends to let them know what happened to the truck, and they all kind of slowly came over in groups. And they also started walking around the complex to see if they can find any types of signs of who possibly could have done the damage.
What makes you believe it was any of these 4 people involved?
My son came across 2 of the defendants.
Which 2?
It was Russell and Tacey and Ed.
So you came across Russell, Miss Ray, and Mr. Powell.
Yes.
No,
and what?
Right here.
You're McCormick?
Yes.
Change places with him. Stop confusing me. And what happened when you came across these 2 and Russell?
I told my mom that they're here, that they're around my truck, they're around our house, so my mom called the cops.
What do you mean they were around your truck?
They were, no, not around the truck, but with us. They hung out with us for a while, and we kept them there until the cops came.
What made you think that they had anything to do with your truck?
Because they were telling us that they bashed in some truck.
They were telling who?
Me and my friends that they were drunk and they're Or the cops were out looking for him.
Who said that they had bashed in a truck?
Casey.
Miss Ray. You heard Miss Ray say they were drunk and they had bashed in a truck?
Not me, my friends told me.
You can't tell me what your friends told you.
No.
So you waited until the police arrived? You called the police?
Mm-hmm.
Were you there when the police came?
Yeah, but then...
What happened when the police came?
They told me to go inside, and then they handled it.
Did you speak to the police, Miss Ray?
Yes, I did.
What did you tell them?
I said that we were all drunk, me, Russell, and Edward, and I said that Russell had messed up the truck.
So you put it all on Russell?
Yeah.
Was Russell there?
Yes, he was, but he did not harm the truck.
Did you just tell me you told the police that Russell messed up the truck?
Yes.
So you lied to the police?
Yes, I did.
Why did you lie to the police?
Because I was drunk and they were hammering me with all these questions and they wouldn't let me say I don't know. They had to give names or else they wouldn't have let me go on. And so that was the first name that came to mind because I looked over at him and I said Russell. Because it was the easiest way to get me out of the situation.
What were you all doing out there drunk?
It was just a Friday night. And
Friday night drunk. I never put that down on my calendar. Now, Miss Ray, we do know about this truck, however.
Yeah.
Right. You were there when this truck was pushed out into the street, correct?
No, that's not correct.
Are you telling me that you did not see this truck pushed out into the street and damage caused to the truck?
We were not there at that time.
You were not there. So you just told the police a big fat lie.
Yes, I did.
Now, when you told the police a big lie, did you tell them just the way you're telling me now?
Yes, I did.
In the same directness?
Yes.
Were you still intoxicated at that time?
Yes, I was.
What had you had to drink that night?
I had a beer and some shots of 50-50, I think.
And when did you stop drinking?
I couldn't tell you. I don't really remember.
Where did you have shots of 50-50?
At this old abandoned house down the road.
How old are you?
14.
How many people were at this old abandoned house?
It was all of us and Russell.
Is that the first Friday night that you had gone to that house?
Yes, it has.
When you say yes, it was, are you saying that with the same conviction and with the same straight face as you told the police that it was Russell that had caused the damage?
Yeah.
No, that was...
I'm not... Do I look at you? Are you saying it with the same conviction?
Conviction.
With the same honesty?
Oh, no.
So when you told the police, you had a dishonest look on your face?
Yes.
As if you were telling them a lie?
Yes. As if
All
I
right,
were
just a second. I'm not finished with you here.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Who brought the booze?
I don't know.
Don't really remember. It was just chill.
Nobody remembers. Don't ever think you can get over on me. Ever. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 17-year-old Chris Walsh and his mother, Michelle Vose, say teenagers Tacey Ray, Dan Whitfield, Zach McCormick, and Edward Powell vandalized his truck. The teens say they didn't do it.
So based upon your lie to the police that you indicate to me, Miss Ray, you were drunk and you had the look on your face of someone who was making up a story, right?
Yes.
The police took Russell into custody.
Yes.
Now, when you saw that they were taking Russell into custody, did you see them put Russell in handcuffs?
Yes, ma'am, I think so.
Did you see him being placed in a patrol car?
Yes, I did.
Was he placed in the front seat or the rear seat?
The rear.
Was there another police officer with him in the rear seat?
No, there wasn't.
How many police officers were in the front seat?
There was none. They were still out questioning us.
When they concluded questioning, how many police officers got into the police car?
I'm pretty sure one of them did.
And the other one stayed out, still
yes,
talking to you?
They were bringing me and Ed. They were taking care of us.
What do you mean they were taking care of you?
Because they caught us being drunk in public.
Oh. Now, I must tell you, Miss Ray, you tell a very cogent story. Your memory seems to be very, very precise with every detail about something that happened 6 months ago for somebody who was really terribly intoxicated that night. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now, Russell was in fact arrested on this charge. Is that correct?
I couldn't tell you if he was arrested.
Well, let's try, because Russell must have contacted you at some time after Russell sobered up and said to you, why did you put the blame on me for something that I had nothing to do with?
Yes, he did. He called me.
Of course he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be a genius to figure that out. Did you say to him, what happened, Russell?
Yeah.
Did he tell you he was arrested?
Yes.
Did he tell you he was charged with vandalism?
Well, a month ago, when they first gave us the charges, we all knew.
Did Russell plead guilty to vandalism?
Yes, he did.
Interesting. Now, I assume Russell was sober at the time that he pled guilty to vandalism. Judges usually do not accept guilty pleas from intoxicated defendants. So you mean you made up this story about Russell?
And
since
everyone
you were,
else.
just a second. I'm not finished with you yet, Miss Ray. So you made up the story out of whole cloth about Russell, that he was the one who damaged the truck. And Russell decided to plead guilty to damaging the truck, even though it wasn't him. That's what you said. Russell didn't do anything, but I just looked over to him, and he was there. I saw him, and I decided to say it was Russell. That's what you told me a minute ago. So now Russell decides to go along with your fictitious story, plead guilty to vandalism, and pay restitution. Is that where we're at? You understand what I'm saying to you? Good! Don't ever think you can get over on me. Ever. Now we're going to start all over again. Now we're going to start with Mr. Powell. What grade are you in school?
I graduated last year.
Mr. McCormick.
Yes.
How old are you?
18.
Who bought the 50-50 junk? I need an answer. There were only the four of you and old Russell. Who brought the booze?
Tell you the truth, Honor.
Don't listen to me. Don't start out by saying to me, I'll tell you the truth. Give me an answer. Who brought the booze?
I don't know.
Let's go back to Miss Ray. Was Mr. Powell with you that evening?
Yes, he was.
Was Mr. McCormick with you that evening?
Yes, he was.
Was Mr. Whitfield with you that evening?
Yes, he was.
Was Russell with you that evening?
Yes, he was.
You were all together?
Yes.
What time did you arrive at the old abandoned house?
About 4 p.m.
I didn't ask you a thing. What time did you arrive at the old abandoned house?
4:30.
In the afternoon?
Yes.
From 4:30 in the afternoon until 11:30 that evening, did you remain in the house?
Yes.
And while you were there, did you consume anything other than the alcohol?
We had some marijuana.
So the five of you were together in the house for approximately 6 hours consuming alcohol and marijuana. Is that correct?
Yes.
And there came a time when you left.
Yes.
Who left first?
Zach McCormick, Ed Powell, and Dan Whitfield.
Where did they go?
They went to a friend's house.
What time did they return?
I couldn't tell you, somewhere around dark.
It was dark then. It was midnight.
Well, then I guess midnight, after the truck had already been pulling out and everything.
After the truck? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So that left you, Miss Ray, and old Mr. Russell at the house, right? Now, did you stay at the house?
No, we did not.
Where did you go?
We went back to my house.
But there did come a point where at some period of time around midnight that you all hooked up again.
Yes.
And you all hooked up again somewhere around where this truck was.
Yes.
And that's when you told the police that it was old Russell who did damage to the truck.
Yes.
Because you just wanted to get him off your back. Is that right?
Yes.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You having a good time?
I am.
Okay.
Aren't you?
I'm having a good time.
I eat morons like you up for breakfast. Stupid.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Tacey Ray, Dan Whitfield, Zach McCormick, and Edward Powell deny the charge of vandalizing Chris Walsh's truck. Chris has brought a surprise witness who says they did it.
Now, Mr. Powell.
Yes.
If I were to ask you the same questions that I asked Miss Ray, would your answers be the same?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick, if I were to ask you same questions, would your answers be the same as Miss Ray's?
Similar.
In what respect dissimilar, sir?
Everything's the same except the part where she says that, actually, it's been quite a while. It's almost been 7 months, Your Honor.
So just say, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's
Good.
not the same.
Then just say nothing else. Now, Mr. Whitfield, if I were to ask you the same questions as I posed to Miss Ray, would your answers be similar or dissimilar?
Similar, except the weed part.
Except the what?
Except the marijuana.
You denied that there was any marijuana smoked in the old house.
I don't deny that. I'm just saying that that wasn't a part of my routine.
Your routine was only drinking.
I was just there drinking, having fun.
So you did not partake in the marijuana.
No.
But there was marijuana there.
Yeah.
Who brought it?
Don't really remember. It was just chilling.
Nobody remembers. Nobody remembers how the marijuana got there, and nobody remembers how the booze got there. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, you are telling me the truth, are you not, Mr. Whitfield, that you do not remember who brought the marijuana?
Yes.
Is that as truthful, sir, as all the other statements that you made today?
Yes.
Now, Miss Ray, do you recall who brought the marijuana?
Yes, I did.
Honest. Now, Mr. McCormick, do you recall who brought the alcohol?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Is that answer as honest as all the other answers you've given me today?
Yes, it is.
This was so easy.
You having a good time?
I am.
Okay.
Aren't you?
I'm having a good time.
You should have read the answers that they wrote. Mr. Powell, yes. Do you recall who brought the alcohol?
No, I don't.
Is that answer as honest as all the other answers you gave me today?
Yes.
Your Honor, I also have another witness that actually spoke. That was one of my son's friends that was there when they confessed that they did
Oh,
that.
I would love to hear that witness. It would make me feel only slightly better. Would you bring in a witness? Name? Would you give him the name?
I'm Christy Gashel.
Christy Gashel.
I understand that you have information regarding an incident that occurred on the 24th of April of this year involving damage to the Voss truck.
Yes.
What information do you have?
I was at my friend David's house when he got a call from Chris, and Chris told David that someone just beat in his truck. So me, David, and my friend Jennifer went over to Chris's house, and we walked around and we were looking for the people that did it. And Tacey Ray came over. She jumped out of the bushes and told me that she and her friends just beat in a truck. And my friend Jennifer went and told Michelle that we have some people. So.
Did you have any other conversation with Miss Ray other than the fact that she says that she and some of her friends beat in the truck?
No. And she told me that if the cops asked, she was with me the whole night.
So she asked you to be her alibi?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
Listen, you four people made my job so easy. I haven't had that good a time cross-examination in about 4 years. I read your answers. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I was someplace else. I was in Canada. I was on the Mir space station. I don't know. I didn't have anything to do with it. Nothing, 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 nothing. The damage to your truck, the difference is $959. Maybe the four of you have parents who you think are stupid. And maybe some of you have been before the criminal justice system previously and have found other members of the criminal justice system stupid. I eat morons like you up for breakfast. Judgment is entered for the plaintiff to be divided by 4. Thank you.
Parties are excused. On the calendar, the matter of Burden versus Ashley. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
I've read your complaint very carefully, and these are the facts as I understand them. You wanted a child and found an attorney who suggested to you how you go about adopting a child, finding an infant to adopt. Somehow you were put in contact with the defendant, who was at that time 4 months pregnant, and at that time believed that she could not properly care for the baby and was interested in adoption. And over the course of her pregnancy, you provided certain living expenses for Miss Ashley, as well as certain medical insurance payments for her. And Miss Ashley then advised you that she had changed her mind and decided to keep the baby.
Correct.
Those are the facts. Is that right so far?
Mostly.
Well, tell me where I made a mistake.
The insurance payment, she had made the payment, but then she stopped payment on the check, so it wasn't actually made.
Okay. But other than that, she made whatever expenses that you had, amounting to, she says, about $4,000. And I understand how devastated you are, but you also probably understand that this is something that happens frequently.
Yes, it does.
So I have a few questions for you. In what month did you make contact with Miss Ashley?
September 2002.
And you spoke on the phone initially?
Correct. I was called on Friday, September 20th by the Adoption Law Center stating that there was a possibility of a birth mother. On Monday, September 23rd, Sarah and I spoke on the phone, maybe 30 to 45 minutes, questions and answers on both sides, what she was looking for, what thoughts I had. Then on Saturday, the 29th of September, we met in person at the hospital, talked further, just got to know each other.
And did you speak to Sarah directly with regard to making these living expense payments?
After I was told by the Adoption Law Center I had been chosen as the adoptive parent.
Where did that conversation take place?
Telephone in my house.
What did you say to her and what did she say to you?
She needed money immediately. I immediately went to Western Union. The first payment was to be $750. Which came out to be...
No. She said to you, I need money immediately.
Like, can you please send it Western Union instead of a check?
And you said what?
Yes.
And then you proceeded to send that money and other monies?
Correct.
Okay. So you sent a total of $4,000. When did she call you and tell you that she had changed her mind?
On January 28th, I received a call while I was at work on my cell phone. Sarah said, I have something I need to talk to you about. I know you will be upset. I've changed my mind. I'm keeping the baby. I was extremely upset.
You did, in fact, know, and you had been told, I'm sure, by the Adoption Law Center that these things happen frequently.
There's every chance that can happen. And as I said to Sarah on January 28th, I will not try to change your mind, but I do expect the monies that I gave you in good faith to be paid back.
Okay.
She agreed.
Oh, she agreed?
She agreed.
That's a different story. What did she say to you?
I should pay you the monies back. At that point, I probably did 90 miles an hour down Studebaker to get to my house.
Just a second. Did you tell Miss Burden that you would pay her back?
No, I didn't.
What did you tell her?
She did insist that I pay her back, and I told her I understood that she thought that I should pay her back. But I felt that I needed to talk to Adoption Law Center and find out if I was really, if
you were obligated to do it.
Exactly, if I was
you were
obligated.
obligated to do it. Okay, I have a few questions for you, Miss Ashley. Is this the first child that you've had?
Yes.
How many people sent you money during the course of your pregnancy?
Herself and the attorney at the Adoption Law Center sent me $100 prior to my choosing a family because I wasn't working.
Okay, but Miss Burden's family was the only family that you had selected.
Yes.
You didn't take money from 3 people for this baby.
No.
Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And tell me, if you can, when you decided that you wanted to keep your baby.
The night before I called her.
Baby wasn't born yet?
No.
You had a little girl?
Mm-hmm.
When was she born?
She was born February 27th.
Tell me, what was the deciding factor for you that you didn't want to give her up?
Mostly it was just that my entire situation from when I first got involved with the process of adoption had completely changed. When I had made the decision to go with adoption, I was being threatened of losing my place to live. I didn't have a job. I could barely take care of myself.
When did that change?
Probably when I was about 7 months pregnant is when I became pretty stable.
Is that when you decided to keep the baby?
No, I had still had that decision in my head. I was still thinking very logically, and it was just that getting closer to the end of the pregnancy, it became very emotional. I'm showing more, becoming more attached to the baby. They had given me the choice, did I want to have the baby in the room with me afterwards, things like that. Just, it became a lot more emotional than, logical at that point.
I got you. How much prior to when you called Miss Burden did you actually make the decision to keep the baby?
Less than 12 hours, I would say.
Who is this?
This is my mother.
You living at home now?
Temporarily, yes.
Okay. With your daughter?
Yes.
You get along with your mother?
Yes.
Are you working?
Not right now. I'm still on maternity leave. The doctor has ordered me to stay for another 4 weeks.
But you have a job?
Yes.
Let me tell you why, Miss Burden, I'm asking these questions. I'm certain that you've been advised by the Adoption Law Center that these expenses are not reimbursable to you unless several things happen. One of those things, and the thing that I would find most legally objectionable, is if there was some fraud on Miss Ashley's part. If, for instance, she knew all along that she had no intention of giving up this child, and fraudulently got you to pay expenses for her. I don't think that that's the case, listening to her. Another reason that I might find in your favor is if Miss Ashley had taken money from more than one prospective adoptive parent, because that too would have been fraudulent. But absent a contract or a loan that says this is merely a loan, get on your feet and then I will adopt your baby, but you're going to pay me this money back once you're able to work. The law does not permit us to prohibit her from changing her mind.
Exactly.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And later today,
He pushed me, and then they took off. And then when I was scratching up one of the CDs, they saw me through the window, so they came to the door and just kicked it in.
You leave 4 teenagers at home unsupervised, you expect trouble.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jody Burden says 19-year-old Sarah Ashley owes for the cost of a failed adoption. Sarah says she never agreed to pay.
So tell me why you pursue this case if you understand what the law is.
Because minutes after her phone call to me on January 28th, she also called the attorney at the Adoption Law Center, who then sent me a letter that states clearly that she also committed to him to repay back my monies.
Okay. But she says she didn't understand what her rights were. It's an emotional time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's under no obligation to pay back your money. And you were very upset at the time. So she says that she had to find out what her rights and responsibilities were. And I don't know what this person said to her because this person is not here.
Correct.
So, Ms. Burden, while it's a sad scenario, what happened to you, and you know that there are people out there who spent far more than the $4,000 that you've spent.
Oh, yes.
Tens and tens of thousands of dollars, and then been disappointed more than once. It happens. And it's sad that it happens, but it happens, and I can only hope Miss Ashley is going to give this little girl a good life, right? At least you can feel a little comfortable about that. She's young. She made a mistake. I don't think that she fraudulently took your money. I think that she had all intentions of letting her daughter come and be part of your home. She's allowed to change her mind. The law gives her that right. So your case is unfortunately dismissed. Good luck to both of you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'm just glad that, you know, it was ruled the way it was because that's what's fair.
Young women should definitely think seriously before considering adoption. Really make sure that's what they want.
It was very difficult. It's my child, you know. I really didn't want to give her up, but I felt that that's the only choice I had.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Edwards versus Thorson, Salinas, step forward.
Medical assistant Chris Edwards is suing her neighbors, Pamela Salinas, and her common-law husband, David Thorson, for the cost to fix her door. Pamela and David are countersuing for the cost of CDs and the money they've already spent on the door.
Miss Edwards, according to what I've read, and I'm trying to piece this together, the defendant's 2 sons, I assume these 2 young men, were spending the night at your house with your children, daughter and your son. And they slept over.
Yes.
What date was that?
That would have been on the 13th.
Of what?
Of June of 2002.
So sometime on the 14th of June, they sort of got into an argument, pushing, shoving, whatever. And the boys left. So far, is that right?
Yes.
But when they left, they realized that they had left some of their CDs in your house. So they came back to get their CDs. But you had locked the door.
Yes.
You did? Or your sister?
It was me, but it wasn't the door, it was the sliding link.
You had locked the door?
Yes.
So that they couldn't get back in?
No.
Yes. And you knocked at the door?
At first.
And then when they didn't let you back in, who kicked the door in? Raise your hand. You did. So you contacted the parents. He tried to fix the door. Didn't do it to your liking. You had to fix yourself. You want the parents to pay for the door frame, whatever. And you have a counterclaim for the CDs, and then a piece of the counterclaim for the work that you put in fixing the door, which you don't get because you volunteered to do that. Do you understand, sir?
I understand, yes.
Good.
On that.
Perfect. But you have a counterclaim for the CDs. So I have some particular questions for you, Miss Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
You were home on the evening of the 13th?
That's correct.
Were you home in the morning of the 14th?
No, I wasn't.
Where were you?
I was at work.
What time do you leave for work?
7 o'clock.
Who was supervising the children?
They were unsupervised.
How old are they?
My daughter's 15 and my son is 14.
And how old are the defendant's children?
I believe 14 and 13 or 14 and 15.
Have they slept over at your house before?
Never.
Was this a weekend or a weekday?
It was a weekday, however, school was out.
So you left the children unsupervised at 7 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Had you told the boys' parents that the children were going to be unsupervised?
The children knew that I worked.
Had you told the boys' parents that the children were going to be unsupervised?
No.
Do you believe that you have any I'm not talking about these boys for kicking in the door. That's a no-no, right? That was the wrong thing to do, correct?
Yes.
What kind of responsibility do you think you have? Not him. He did the wrong thing. You understand that?
Yes.
You leave 4 teenagers at home unsupervised, you expect trouble.
I leave 2 at home daily.
You may leave 2 at home daily, and if one of your children damages some of your property, you know, either by accident or on purpose or because they lost their temper or because they weren't thinking, then I assume you don't sue them. You take care of it, right? Mm-hmm. There's a difference between leaving 2 teenagers home that belong to you and taking the risk because they're your kids and you know who they are, and leaving 4 teenagers home, 2 of whom you don't know. They've never slept at your house before, right? So you don't think you have any responsibility?
I believe that I hold responsibility to my son's actions.
No. They entrusted you with their children overnight. I would have assumed that they would not let their children sleep at your house unless they knew you were home.
They did know I worked.
Just a second. Unless they knew you were home, they would not have allowed their children to stay at your house. They assumed, and I'm not even asking you the question, they assumed that the children were going to be supervised. They weren't. So you bear part of the responsibility for what happened, Miss Edwards. You may not believe that, but I'm telling you, you do. You didn't do the right thing. If one of their children was injured in your house at 7 o'clock in the morning when you left for school, you would be responsible. You invited them into your house, and you have a responsibility to supervise them. Unless you specifically speak to their parents and say, I will not be home after 7 o'clock in the morning. Could you please come over and stay with the kids? Or I'm going to send the boys home at 7 o'clock, because I think 4 teenagers home alone can sometimes be a little bit much unsupervised. So that's not excusing his behavior, but it doesn't excuse your son's behavior. It doesn't excuse your responsibility.
Your Honor, I had the understanding that the children would go home when I went to work.
Did you wake them up and send them home?
No.
That's why they're called teenagers. Because they don't do what they're told. He did the wrong thing by locking them out, because all he had to do was say, here are your CDs, right? And then wouldn't have any trouble. He did the wrong thing, he kicked in your door, damaged your property. None of it would have happened if you were home. If you were home and you heard the banging on the door, you would have answered the door. He said to you, Miss Edwards, I want my CDs. What would you have done?
I would have returned them.
Case closed. Finished. We wouldn't be here.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
Then I understand you went to the defendant's home. He agreed to come and help fix the door. He did it, but he didn't do it to your satisfaction. It was not the finished job, so you went and hired someone else to do the job. How much did it cost to fix the door?
It cost $285.
Well, you're suing him for $235.
He made one payment in the amount of $50.
Okay. $285, and in my judgment, you're responsible for half of the door. Is that fair?
Yes.
Is that reasonable?
Yes, definitely.
That's fair. That to me is fair. Divided by 2 equals 142.5. Less 50, 92.50. That's what you owe for the door. 92.50. Now let's hear about your counterclaim.
PJ, the youngest son here, I had recently received a CD from his brother, one of his older brothers. He had made the CD with all his favorite songs, had a couple CDs that he had gotten from previous Christmas and a previous birthday.
So he made 1 CD out of his favorite music. Is that what you left at the house?
Yes.
Just 1 CD?
No, 3.
3. How many CDs were left at the house?
3.
What'd you do with them?
We have them with us.
Did you damage any of them?
I damaged one of them.
Why?
I was angry.
Stand up. What's your first name?
Rick.
Take your hands out of your pockets. Good. Did you damage the CD before or after he broke the door?
Before.
What were you angry at?
Because we had gotten into an argument, he pushed me, and then they took off. And then when I was scratching up one of the CDs, they saw me through the window, so they came to the door and just kicked it in.
They saw you scratching up the CD through the window?
Yes, and that's why they kicked it in.
Okay. Bird, would you see to it that the 2 CDs that are okay are returned, please?
Sure thing.
How much do you think that CD that you scratched up is worth?
Maybe $10 to $15.
That's what it's worth, $10 or $15?
Yes.
Fine, we'll take 15. I've deducted 15 from $92.50. That leaves $77.50. Go buy yourself a new CD and go fix your door. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $77.50. That's it.
Please.
Miss Garnett, how long has it been since you've seen your daughter?
December 27th.
Is that the day she left?
Yes.
Have you had any contact with her since the day she left?
No.
How many kids do you have?
2.
Older or younger?
Younger, 17-year-old son.
Is he living at home with you?
Yes.
I read your complaint. According to your complaint, for your daughter's 16th birthday, she's now 18, you purchased a car for her. Is that right? You purchased a car that she drove.
Yes.
And she drove the car continuously from the time she was 16 till the time she was 18.
Yes.
Till she left. Did you have another car?
Yes.
So at the time that you purchased the car, it was really for your daughter? Yes. Miss Garnett, don't play around with me, please. Please don't play around with me.
It was a family car.
Okay. It was a family car that she was driving. You had no use for another car unless your daughter was going to be driving the car.
Right.
She moved out when she was 18. There was some argument between the two of you.
Right.
And you kept the car.
Right.
And you want her to pay for the car.
Yes.
That's what I didn't understand. You bought the car, you have the car, and you want her to pay for the car. And
Yes.
what happens after she pays for the car?
What I'm asking for is that when I bought the car, it was to help me out because I'm a full-time student, to help me out with her and her brother with after-school activities. She was in acting lessons, he's in track and basketball. What happened was 8 months ago, we started having major problems because she was secretly in a relationship that I didn't know anything about. And when I found out about the relationship, we went to counseling. I suggested that we go to counseling to try to work our problems out. And when I found out about her in the relationship, I felt betrayed. I felt that she had been lying to me all of this time. And I felt like she should have come to me instead of sneaking around. So we continued to go to counseling, and it still wasn't working out. And we were still having major problems. And she was saying, well, I'm leaving, and I'm not going to stay here and take all of this, and that's when the problems happened.
Okay, but then she left. She did leave the car at your insistence. So you have the car.
Yes.
What do you want her to pay for?
Because when she had the car, she let the transmission fluid run out of it, and I had to buy a new transmission for it. And it cost about $2,800 for that.
Oh.
And I feel like I should be reimbursed for that because it was her fault. She made payments on it, and she still owes me for it.
How old was she when the transmission fluid ran out?
17.
She owes you for nothing. You may feel as if she owes you for it. You may feel as if she has a moral obligation for it, but she doesn't have a contract to pay you for it. She was a minor at the time it happened.
I
Her
wrote a
mother-
contract out.
Doesn't make any difference whether you wrote a contract out or not, unless she signed a contract with you when she turned 18. You can't make a contract with a minor. So that takes care of your lawsuit. I couldn't really understand it. Still don't understand it. So let's talk about your mother. I'm not going to give this case much longer because you went to counseling with your mom, and evidently that didn't work. Is this the boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Stand up. Tell me your name.
Chris.
Who do you live with, Chris?
My mom.
And where does Miss Garnett live?
With me.
Hmm?
She lives in my house.
Who else lives in your house?
My mom and my stepdad.
You like her?
Tamika? Yeah, she's my girlfriend.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Do you go to school?
Yes.
What school do you go to?
American River College.
Speak up.
American River College.
And where do you go to school?
American River College.
When did you start school?
I started in August of 2000.
You like him?
Yes.
When did you meet him?
I met him freshman year in high school, and we were friends for 4 years, and then we started a relationship my senior year, and we've been together for about 7 months.
How come you didn't tell your mom about it?
Because my mother doesn't believe in interracial dating, and she told me if I ever did bring a white guy into the house that she would not approve. Mainly that is the reason why I didn't bring him around, and she knew about it. She just didn't tell me, and she told me that if she did find out about it, that there was going to be drastic measures taken. And she did, in fact, ground me for dating him the whole entire summer. Basically, I was grounded the whole entire summer, my first semester of college.
How do you do in school?
Right, I'm doing good, actually.
What's actually?
Actually, for the situation that I've been living in, I'm doing very good, especially being my first semester in college.
How do you pay for school?
I have financial aid, and my grant pays for school.
How is it living in that house?
It's been very stress-free, and I was under a lot of stress in her house, and under the advice of my counselor, I decided, you know, maybe living in her house wasn't too good. And in fact, I was going to stay after my counselor advised me to leave the house, but she actually kicked me out the 26th of December. And
you had
told
an
me,
argument?
Yeah, we had an argument. She grabbed suitcases and she told me to take my stuff and leave, that I couldn't come back.
You didn't mean that, did you?
Well, she was being disrespectful to me, saying rude things to me that were not, you know, very respectful to me as her mother.
Did you ever tell her that you would not only disapprove of, but take measures if she ever had an interracial relationship?
No, I didn't tell her that. What happened was her best friend and her were liking Chris. And I told her, because of morals and the way that I've raised her, that friends should not date friends. What happened was her and her best friend fell completely out. There was a big mess going on because of him. Her friend had a deep crush on him, and he liked her. So that was the reason I disapproved of the relationship.
Ms. Garnett, how many times have you been married? Once?
Yes.
Divorced? Widowed?
Yes, divorced.
Divorced. How long were you married?
7 years.
Were you in love when you got married?
Yes.
How old were you when you got married?
26.
Did your parents approve?
Yes.
If they hadn't approved, what would you have done?
Tried to persuade them.
And if you couldn't persuade them, what would you have done?
Married them, probably.
Sure, you would.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Gwenice Garnett claims her daughter, Tamika Garnett, owes her for the cost of a car. Tamika says her mother kicked her out of the house because she's involved in an interracial relationship.
Ms. Garnett, it's not Chris's fault if another young lady has a terrible crush on him. Unless, of course, he did something to really encourage that. If he didn't, it's not his fault. You said to me, he cared for my daughter. He's a 19-year-old young man. He lives at home. He's going to college. Never been arrested?
No.
Never been arrested. You do drugs?
No.
I believe him. I'm a pretty good judge. Now let's look at your daughter. Beautiful?
Yes.
Clearly intelligent?
Yes.
A winner. I'm telling you, I'm looking at her and I'm listening to her. She's a winner. Sometimes you have to rely on your children's judgment, even though it wouldn't be your judgment. Even though you would like her to be a little older before she flies off. Mm-hmm. It's certainly the wrong thing for you not to be in communication. Do you know what I mean? Forget about this lawsuit. You and I both know it's nonsense. I think that the only reason you probably brought your daughter to court is you wanted to get to see her and say something to her, and you couldn't without it.
That's not true. I wanted to be reimbursed.
Oh, Miss Garnett, I can't even believe that. I really can't believe that. That you want to be reimbursed from your daughter who's going to college, doing well, on a grant, on financial aid.
I'm in college, too.
But you paid the money already. Listen to me.
I got a loan for that. I didn't have the money.
Listen to me, Miss Garnett. I have a simple answer for you. Sell the car.
The pink slip is in her name. How can I sell it?
She'll sign it over to you.
No, she wants that car.
Well, of course, she would like the car, but she's been doing without it for a couple of months. Is it true that your mother had to take out a loan to pay for this transmission?
Yes.
She doesn't have a lot of money.
No.
You think she could make up that money if she sold the car?
Yes.
So you prepared to let her do that? Hmm?
Well,
that's a hard thing. I mean, I understand it's a hard thing. Cars for kids are really important. But if your mother took out a loan to pay for the transmission so that you would still have a car to use, and your agreement with her that you would pay her back, is that right? That's a moral thing. You can't enforce it contractually. So, although I can't order you to do that, I think that you really should consider that. Maybe that's just a step. Mom, take the car, sell it, pay off the loan that you took out. I don't want you to have a loan. Just as a nice thing to do. Miss Garnett,
Yes.
you have to be open. This is her boyfriend.
I like him. I don't have a problem.
I think that you probably should.
He
I think
is.
he looks
He's
like a
very
nice young man.
Yeah.
And she certainly is a fine young lady, so whatever you did right. For a long time, right?
Yes.
Do you see your brother?
I haven't seen him since, I've seen him periodically to go pick up mail from the house and stuff, but I haven't actually been able to spend time with him.
You miss that?
Yes.
You miss her?
Yes.
Okay. See if you can work it out. All right?
Okay.
Okay? Good luck.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'd really like to see a relationship develop between my mother and I.
Like we were mother and daughter again.
I still love her, and I always will.
I love you, Mom. I love you.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Himes versus Himes. Step forward, please.
21-year-old government document examiner Tennelle Himes is suing her father, 45-year-old tree trimming supervisor Horace Himes. Tennelle says while she was in boot camp, her father repossessed her car and traded it in.
Miss Himes, the defendant is your father.
Yes, ma'am.
And some time ago, you purchased a car. You needed a co-signer for the loan. Your father agreed to co-sign the loan for you. Later, you were going into the armed forces for a training period. You left the car. You claimed that your father took the car and sold it. And you want to be reimbursed for, I assume, all the money that you put into the car. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
When was this car purchased?
The car was purchased May the 31st of 1997.
And when did you go into the armed services?
I left to go into Air National Guard August the 31st.
Of what year?
2000.
And from the time you got the car in May of 1997 up through August 31st of 2000, were you current in all your car payments?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you find out that your father had taken the car?
Well, this is my mom, and she's my witness. I talked with my mom in September.
September what? Do you recall?
No, ma'am, because we couldn't call when I was in basic.
What
we
date,
couldn't call.
sir, did you take possession of the car?
I took possession of the car, and I can't recall the exact date, but it was in September.
So you would have had no payments due up through August 31st. Had you made September's payment?
No, the payment isn't due until September the 31st.
So you were totally up to date at the time that you left?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So according to you, your father had absolutely no reason to repossess this car?
No.
Okay.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Tennelle Himes says her father illegally repossessed her car and traded it in. Horace Himes says he was justified because his daughter was behind in her payments.
Okay. Mr. Himes?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll hear you, sir.
Okay, in September, I got a call from GMAC that telling me Tennelle didn't pay the note on it.
Did you get a statement as to how much was owed?
Yes, ma'am. I got it
at
right
that
here.
time?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am. There's a whole record on it right there.
Ms. Himes?
Yes, ma'am.
This says that in the year 2000, you failed to make a payment in May. In July, you made a payment of $166 instead of the $296.77.
Right.
And you made no payment whatsoever in August.
I love
So
payment.
I would just like to see proof that you made all of those payments up through August 31st. Do you
Okay.
have proof that you made all of those payments?
No, ma'am, I don't have proof because I closed out that account and
Yeah.
I opened up a new account and I have a letter stating that they can't pull it up on the computer and I have
I'm not
that
asking
right
you
here.
to pull it up on the computer. I'm telling you that you save your checks.
And the
You're not
car-
even talking about a year.
Yes, ma'am.
So you save them.
Okay, some of the receipts that I had paid on my car note were in my car. When I got back home and I asked my dad to bring my belongings with, he hadn't even discussed even taking
This
the
is the
car.
payment history. right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so you're telling me that GMAC was incorrect, and what you do is to go to GMAC and said, I made these payments. Then they're going to ask you for proof that you made the payments.
Right.
What are you going to tell them? The cat ate him?
No, ma'am.
So you owed, at the time, in September, $519.99, which your father, I assume, paid.
Yes, ma'am.
May I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. You wrote the check on September 5th, $519.99, and they received it on the 11th of
Yes,
September. Well, Ms. Himes, your father had every right to take the car back. Your agreement was that you would make the car payments. For some reason, you failed to make the car payments. What did you want him to do?
Okay, he came and got the car. When I was away and I found out that he had the car, I spoke with him. And he told me that he had made a car payment. I stated that I would send money home to him. He stated that that was okay. And if I owed him any more money, I would pay him the rest when I got home.
So then you fibbed to me before when you said to me you had made all of the car payments up through August 31st. You didn't tell me the truth. You had not made all the car payments.
But I left payments home to be paid, though.
Madam, you made no car payment at all in May, and you made half of a car payment in July.
That's what they allowed me to do that. They allowed me to do that.
You have a statement from GMAC that they were giving you a certain grace period?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. How much did you trade the car in for?
I took the car back to the car dealer to take it in because I didn't want my credit to go bad. So for them to buy the car back from me, I called the car dealer and asked him would he buy it back from me. He said, Horace, you was a good customer of ours, so bring it in, we'll see what we can do for you. The car dealer gave me $4,000 for the car. The car was worth over $6,000. That's what she owed on it.
Mr. Himes, you have a certain obligation under these circumstances to get the most that you possibly can for the car.
Right.
If you had sold this car privately, could you have gotten more than $4,000 for it?
I couldn't have got $4,000 for it. I run an ad in the paper, Judge.
You did?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. How long did you run the ad in the paper? 1 week?
No, I
How
run
long?
the ad in the paper for 2 months.
And you got no takers?
No, ma'am. I had one guy to come and look at it, and he didn't want to buy it because it was messed up, so.
All right, Miss Himes, I don't know why you're angry with your father, but your father certainly did what he was supposed to do as a parent. He helped you out in 1997. You got a car. For the privilege of driving around in that car and using it, you paid $247 a month. It's like leasing a car. That's what you did until you paid the whole thing off. I mean, as it happens, your father was out some money. Your father paid at least $520 in order to bring his credit up. You don't have a case against him. You have to act responsibly if you have a car. And if you ran behind in your payments, you have to understand that it's not your credit because you're in the armed services. There's a lot of protection for people in the armed services about getting sued civilly, but there's nothing to protect him. And you as his child should want to protect him, especially since he did a good deed. Your lawsuit's dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Mr. Smith, the defendant was a friend of yours, and according to your complaint, you rented a car to her, a car that was registered and titled in your name, that you weren't using. You felt sorry for her, that she needed transportation. You told her she could rent it for $20 a day. It is your claim that she owes you for the rental, as well as some damage that she did to the car. Mr. LaSalle says she owes you nothing. How many cars do you rent out, Mr. Smith?
Well, I've never rented out. The proposition was I wanted to sell it to her. It was her idea to rent it.
And when did you have this conversation?
This was March 22nd in the afternoon. It was like after 1 or 2 p.m.
What kind of car is it?
It's a 1987 Cadillac Eldorado Baritz. It's like
So
the
it's a
top-of-the-line model for that year. And it's
Well,
in good
top of the
shape.
line. I was a top of the line model in my year too, sir. But this car is now 20 years old.
It's in good running order. It's in good shape. I only had like 92,000 miles on it.
I'm in good shape too, but
I
I'm
can
still
tell.
what I am. You know what I'm talking about?
I can tell.
20-year-old car is a 20-year-old car.
20-year-old car by like 2 owners. It's in
I'm not
good
telling
shape.
you how old I am, and I've only had 2 owners. That still doesn't change anything. You understand?
I understand.
What?
What? I'm supposed to say here.
Mr. Smith, I'm not saying anything bad about your car. I'm just saying it's an old car, sir.
It's an old car.
It's not an antique. It's just an old car.
But it's a Cadillac. That's
Me
different.
too. Listen, So what did you decide to do on March 22nd between 1 and 2 in the afternoon
Well,
with your vintage car?
I gave defendant my phone number. She said she called me back, talk it over with her friend. She called me back in about a half hour and said, yeah, let's do a deal.
Let's do a deal?
Yeah.
What do you mean, let's do a
well,
deal?
She proposed to rent it. I proposed to sell it. She said she couldn't afford to buy it, so I said...
How much did you want it for?
$20. I wanted $700.
You wanted $700 for the car.
That's all I wanted. She agreed, and I agreed we'll rent it for $20 a day. She went home to talk to her friend. I went home to download a rental car agreement off the internet. I had the paperwork downloaded. I picked them up, and she gave me $20 for the first day. We signed the paperwork. I gave her the keys.
Let me see the paperwork. So you just wanted the car for a week, madam?
No, ma'am.
Did you sign this agreement?
Yeah, when I met Barry on the 22nd, he told me he had cars for rental, 3 cars. I told him I had to talk to my girlfriend and that I would call him back. I did that. We went to go look at the cars. I rented 1 car.
It says here that you're renting this car, and it says what car it is, from March 22nd to March 29th.
He did all the receipts. I also have those. But I wanted to purchase the car. It wasn't rental. And I started renting because I was not working at the time.
All I asked you was, you were supposed to return this vehicle on March 30th. That's what you signed. That's your name.
Yeah, I signed that.
Did you return the car on March 30th?
No, I did not.
Why not?
Because I made more payments towards the car. I was buying the car from him.
Did you have a subsequent agreement?
No. We kept doing the rental contracts. But I would pay him more than the $20 a day going towards the purchase of the car.
Show me. First of all, how long did you keep the car?
Until April 14th.
You kept it for an additional 2 weeks. Okay. Go ahead, sir.
That's not correct, Your Honor. She took 2 rental agreements out. She didn't bring the car back. I had to go to her to get the payments and check on the car because she had moved like 15 miles from me. It began like, she was paying me like 3 days in a row. She paid me. At the beginning of the first contract, she paid me the $20.
How many days did she keep the car, sir?
She had the car like 22 days. From the 22nd of March to the...
14th of April.
Right.
22 days. And let's do this so that I don't make a mistake. 22 times 20 equals $440. So that's what she should have paid you.
That's correct.
And that's what you would like, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you pay him?
I paid him more than the receipts that he has given.
How much do you claim that you paid him?
Can my witness come up here?
No! How much do you claim that you paid him?
Almost $600 for the car. That was supposed to be bought for $700.
Almost $600.
Almost $600.
Good. And how many receipts do you have, and how much do they total?
$420.
Let me see them, please. I have $400.
If you look, there might be one with the same date and the same amount on it. I think I accidentally wrote 2 receipts for 1 payment.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
This
the
is
one
a
for
different one.
$80.
This
One
is
is
a
the
different
white,
one.
yeah.
Right, I'm deducting $80 because it covers the same period
Right.
from 4-3.
I accidentally gave her the wrong
Absolutely
copy
right.
and everything.
Absolutely right. Minus 80, because she gave me a duplicate, equals 320, and she was supposed to give you 440. Ms. LaSalle, that's what you got. You gave him $320.
Can I speak, Your Honor?
Sure.
He just wrote out receipts. When he came to pick up the vehicle, he went home and just wrote out receipts. The only one receipt that me and Barry had actually made was the yellow receipt. So he just made up receipts for whatever he wanted to make out the receipts. I had the car almost paid for.
Just a second. Almost is not good enough. The only proof, and it's proof that you gave me of what you paid for, are these. That's what you gave me. And it says that you're $120 short. What else, sir?
Friday the 13th, she said, come pick up the car. The car's all empty. It's at her house. She was supposed to bring the car back. So I get a friend of mine. We go up to Jeannie's house, get the car, and I said, when are you going to have my money? She said, next Friday. We took off, went home. I called her the following Friday. She's not going to pay me my money. I'm not going to get any money. So I gave her another week, the 27th, which is the day I filed the lawsuit. Jeannie, am I going to get my money? You ain't getting nothing. Do what you got to do. and that's when I went to the courthouse. The night while I was driving it back, like I said, it's 15 miles from her house to my house, the front end was shaky. It's a front-wheel drive car, and it's dark. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I couldn't see anything, so the next morning, I went out and inspected the car. The right front tire is very low. I take it to a mechanic, have him look at it and get new tires, and they gave me an estimate of what the damages was because the front end suspension was damaged. I've got damages on the car. The car wasn't brought back in the same state that I gave it to her. And it
Fine.
was,
You wanted to sell the car, sir, for $700. Listen to me.
I wanted to sell it.
Shh. Look at me. You wanted to sell the car for $700.
Correct.
You're going to get $440 for her. Use of the car, you're a couple of $100 short of what you wanted to sell it for. Where is the car now?
I have the car.
Do you drive it?
Yeah, I drive it.
Do you rent it to other people?
No, I don't.
But you use it yourself?
Yes, I do.
So look at what you have. You wanted to sell the car for $700. You're going to get $440, which means that you're just a few dollars off from what you wanted to sell it for, and you have your car. Isn't that great?
Sounds good.
Be happy. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $120, which is what she owes you. Thank you very much. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Do you need a shawl?
No.
Did you get confused as to where you were going today?
No.
That's the way you think you should go to court?
No.
And later today,
Why didn't you take care of it?
I didn't feel I had to.
Standing here today, do I change your mind, sir?
No.
Well, then you're an idiot.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Schmidt versus Commissara. Step forward, please.
19-year-old Alicia Schmidt is suing her former friend, 19-year-old Stephanie Commissara, for unpaid babysitting fees. Stephanie says it's Alicia's own fault that she didn't get paid.
Do you need a shawl?
No.
Did you get confused as to where you were going today?
No.
That's the way you think you should go to court?
No.
She actually allowed you to babysit for her children?
Her child, yes.
Anyway, you claim she owes you for some babysitting. She says that the state was supposed to pay you, but you didn't fill out the appropriate paperwork. That's your defense, right?
Yeah, she filled it out, but...
She filled it out wrong? I could believe that.
It never went through.
So your agreement was she was going to babysit for your child and she was going to get paid by the state because you were doing some work fair?
I was working at Sunoco, and...
What is that?
It's a convenience store.
Station.
What were you doing at the store?
Cashier.
How much were you earning?
$7.25
an hour?
Yeah.
And how much were you bringing home every week?
Between $200 and $250.
And who else were you living with?
Just me and my son.
Were you paying rent?
Yes.
How much?
$219.
In an apartment?
Yes.
Where do you come from?
Buffalo, New York.
Isn't it cold in Buffalo?
It's getting warmer.
Now, how long did you watch the baby?
Huh? Sorry.
How long did you watch the baby?
For a month and a half.
Is that what you do for a living, babysit?
No. I
Well, what
did
do you
it because me and her have been friends since we were like 12, 13 years old, and to help her out.
Well, the state didn't pay you. So did you tell her that you thought she should pay you?
Yeah, I did. And I told her when she got her taxes back this year to give me money out of her taxes for that, and then I would leave it alone, and she didn't do that.
Did you get money back from your taxes?
Yes.
How much did you get?
$750 around.
Did you think you should give your friend some money?
I never told her I was going to pay her.
Well, you told her that she was going to get paid for watching your son.
Not out of my money.
Well, she's going to get paid out of your money. You got paid. She wasn't doing this as a favor. She was doing it because she expected to get paid. And if the state didn't pay her for some reason and you did not follow up, which I assume you didn't, is that right?
I called many times to try and see why it wasn't coming.
And so
we both did.
Did you get an answer?
My case was being closed at the time.
So you didn't get an answer?
Nope.
So now you have to pay her.
Why would I pay her when I never said anything about paying her?
I just tried to explain it to you. And I want you to try to put on your listening ears. She was babysitting for your child for money. The state was supposed to pay her. She filled out the forms, according to what you told me.
Mm-hmm.
You said you called many times. You didn't get an answer as to why they weren't paying her. And then you stopped calling because you were closing your welfare case. That doesn't mean she doesn't get paid, because she did the work for you. So you have to pay her. Do you understand?
Yeah. I mean...
And you got back $750 in your taxes. So you're going to get paid, but you're not going to get paid $2,000 because that's ridiculous. You didn't earn $2,000 probably a whole year. But you have to get paid something for the work that you did. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $350. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are
Thank you.
excused. You may step out.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Fisher versus Wolf, step forward, please.
25-year-old Rayanne Fisher is suing her ex-boyfriend, Brandon Wolf, for writing a bad check on a shared bank account.
Miss Fisher, this young man used to be your boyfriend, and you actually lived together. You made the mistake, because you didn't listen to Mother, of opening up a joint bank account with him while you were living together. And after you broke up, he wrote out a check. There was no money in the account, but there was evidently one of those privileges that allows you to write checks even though you don't have money in the account, and you were forced to pay the check because there was no money in the account. And you want him to pay the money back plus whatever fees were charged to you. Mr. Wolf has an interesting defense and an interesting counterclaim. First, let's discover when you broke up. Date.
The date was July 11th of 06.
And when did you write out this check?
I don't actually have the actual date of it.
But I'm sure you do.
Yes, I do. July 16th of 06.
After the bloom was off the rose, right? And at the time, Mr. Wolf, were you aware of the fact that there was no money in the account?
Yes, I was.
So tell me why you did that, sir.
I
First, tell me why you did it. Then tell me why you don't think you're responsible to pay her back the money for it. And then we'll get to your counterclaim.
Okay. I set up with the finance company to where it was a post-dated check.
For what?
For a down payment on my Jeep.
So you gave the finance company a post-dated check.
Yes.
And?
And I had plans on putting the money in the account within the 2 weeks of my next paycheck.
Yes.
By that time, she had already paid this off.
Well, they had to have deposited the check. What do you mean, Mr. Wolf? I want you to try to clear out the fuzzies in your brain. If you had put the money in the account before they cashed the check, there would be no problem. She wouldn't have known anything, right? So you didn't put the money in the account.
No.
Or the finance company cashed the check before they were supposed to.
Correct.
Well, which one is it? I gave you two choices. They can't be both correct.
They actually cashed the check before the post date.
Well, so the bank probably shouldn't have done that, right?
Right.
But you had the money.
Right. It was a misunderstanding.
Fine. So why didn't you give Miss Fisher back the money? Since you had the money, let me give it to you this way. You had the money. That's what you told me.
Right.
You were going to put it in the bank.
Correct.
Your finance company, for your truck, deposited the check early. That's what you're telling me.
Correct.
But you had the money. What's your first name?
Rayanne.
Say to Rayanne, Rayanne, I'm sorry, this was all a misunderstanding. I have the money. I'm going to give you back the money. I want you to be whole. Why didn't you give her back the money?
Well, what happened is on my Jeep, I ended up getting it repoed from me.
What month?
It was August, I think.
So we're talking about now in July. July, you had the money
Right.
to pay the down payment, so why didn't you just give it to Rayanne, who paid the overdraft protection on the truck?
I never asked her to pay it.
Who cares? You had it. Why didn't you take care of it?
I didn't feel I had to.
Standing here today, do I change your mind, sir?
No.
Well, then you're an idiot. You the girlfriend?
I'm the fiance.
Fiance. I think twice about making babies with him. Listen! Your debt, your problem. You had the money.
Right.
I also don't believe that a finance company takes a post-dated check and allows you to take a car. That is a lot of who shot John. So, now that I've already determined that you owe her the money, how much money does he owe you?
$592.90.
$592.92. That's what you owe her. Now I am prepared, sir, to listen to your counterclaim.
What happened is I was in the hospital for a week, and one of my payments fell through on my Jeep.
Another payment fell through.
Yes.
Like an accident looking to happen.
They sent a tow truck to her house.
To whose house?
Rand's house.
Why would they think it's at her house?
Because it was registered under the address.
So the tow truck came to the house and said, where's the truck? Go ahead.
She brought the tow truck over to my sister's house, had it towed, sat in...
No. She didn't have anything towed.
Oh. She brought the tow truck over to my sister's
They
house.
said, where is this car?
Right.
And she said, it's not here. Maybe it's at his sister's house. I'll show you where that is. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So
correct.
what?
She sat in the parking lot also, took pictures, sent them to me on my phone, and also put them up on her MySpace page.
So what? So what?
I didn't feel that was right.
Maybe she would have felt more kindly if she wasn't out $600 for your truck while you're fooling around with your new fiancé. Do you understand? One
Yes,
good
ma'am.
turn deserves another. Your counterclaim's dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $592.92. Thank you.
Parties are accused. You may in the matter of Vasquez versus Salva. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Mr. Vasquez, you and the defendant are sort of neighbors.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a home,
Yes, ma'am.
and you live on top of a hill.
Sort of, yes, ma'am.
Defendant's home is sort of at the bottom of the hill.
Yes, ma'am.
According to what I've read in your complaint, your home has a swimming pool.
That's correct.
And you decided to drain your swimming pool.
That's correct.
And the defendant came to you and told you that the water, which you knew was going downhill,
Yes, ma'am.
had damaged her home. How had it damaged your home?
It flooded my back porch, my septic tank, and went right in my back door and flooded the carpet.
And when Mrs. Salva came to you, did you go and look at the damage?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you see the wet carpet?
Yes, ma'am.
And you, of course, agreed to pay for the damage.
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you pay her for the damage?
$225 for the draining of both septic tanks and $261 for replacing the carpet and padding. $40 for someone to come down and put it in, a friend of mine. That was all.
Okay. Now, tell me why you want that money back, plus additional money for aggravation.
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to get recompensated back because of the fact that Mr. Stringfellow that sits here, this is Billy Stringfellow, the biological dad of the young gentleman that's over here. The young gentleman went to his house.
So your son went to his father's house. This is your ex-husband.
Yes.
And?
And told Mr. Stringfellow that, that it was not so what took place. So they both drove to my house.
They came to your house. Who came to your house? Mr.
Mr.
Stringfellow
and
his son.
The young boy.
Step up, sir. Tell me what you told Mr. Vasquez.
I told Mr. Vasquez that my son told me that they had flooded their own stuff out there and had got raw sewage from the yard and put it to the carpet. That's what my son was telling me, and the young was telling the truth about it.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, what did you do?
I told Mr. Vasquez that he was defrauded.
Okay. What's your son's name?
Mitchell.
Mitchell, come up here, Mitchell. That's why you want your money back.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you, Mitchell?
12.
You know who I am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you nervous today?
Yes, ma'am.
You look a little nervous today, Mitchell. Do you go to school?
Yes, ma'am.
What grade are you in?
5th.
Do you do well in school?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
I've had a few problems here in school.
What kind of problems, Mitchell?
Grade problems.
You have any problems at home?
Um,
Look at me.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what kind of problems you have at home.
I get yelled at a lot.
By your mom?
By Robert. He's my dad. Well, my stepdad.
How long has your mom been married to Robert?
I think 5 years.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have a sister.
How old is your sister?
11.
Any other children in the house?
Wesley.
How old is Wesley?
12.
And is Wesley Robert's son?
Yes.
Do they get yelled at too?
I don't see them get yelled at a lot.
You don't see them getting yelled at. You get yelled at more.
Yes.
Any reason for that, you think?
No.
Have you talked to your mom about that?
Yes, actually I have.
What does she say?
Sometimes she won't listen, and sometimes she does.
You know anything about this problem that happened because of the flooding in your house?
Yes.
You want to tell me about it? You want to tell me about it privately, or you want to tell me about it here?
We could do it privately.
Then let's do it privately. Come on in the back. Ms. Salva, it is your claim that the damage that was caused by this flooding. And I see from your papers that you have a videotape of that.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see the videotape.
This is the neighbor's pump that's draining their pool, and it's just flowing in our yard and the neighbor's yard. It smells horrible out here. He has done flooded both of our septic tanks. You see, it is overflowed, running all on my back porch, all the way to my pool step area, down to my driveway, all the way back over here. This is the second septic tank that is overflowed, which has run all the way up into the house.
So there's a battle. Both my septic tanks are overflowing.
Flooded. Run all over my yard.
Bert, stop it there, please. Would
We
you
tried
please?
to.
Stop it there. And I want you to back it up a little bit, please. Back it up about 5 seconds. Keep going, 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 keep going. Now, I want you to stop it right there. Thank you. You've been married 5 years, Miss Salva?
Yes, ma'am.
You have 2 children?
Yes, ma'am.
Your husband has 1 child.
Yes, ma'am.
You punish your children by hitting them with a belt?
No, ma'am, I do not.
I want you to pay very careful attention to me, Miss Salva. When I ask you a question, I expect a truthful answer. If I don't get a truthful answer from you, you're in serious trouble. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your husband Robert punish the children with a belt?
No, ma'am, he doesn't.
I don't believe you.
He doesn't.
I don't believe you. Was your son living with his father for some time last year?
For about 2 months.
Why was he living with his father?
He was stealing and sneaking out at night, and that was just a last resort to try to straighten him out, and that didn't work.
Explain to me why it didn't work.
His father had went out of town and left him there for I don't know how long without any supervision. So I went and picked him up.
Did you go out of town, sir?
No, ma'am, I didn't go out of town. I was at home. She went and took the young'un out of school, didn't call me, didn't do nothing, and it costed me new uniforms, new everything. She didn't call me, didn't say nothing. She just come picked him up. 2 weeks, so he didn't even go to school. And my daughter, she hadn't been in school in over a year.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. She's
Why is that?
homeschooled. She, well...
She's homeschooled by whom?
By me.
What college did you graduate from?
I went to the George County Occupational Training Center, but I did not graduate.
What university did you graduate from?
I did not graduate
Then
from
how are you
university.
homeschooling your children?
It's just one that I homeschool.
Why?
Because 2 years ago when she went to his house for the weekend, she was in a very bad wreck and flipped 5 times, and she has problems from that.
And you've been told to homeschool her?
No,
or you
ma'am.
decided to homeschool her?
That was my choice.
Right. Miss Alva, I'm going to make some suggestions to you, and I want you to take them to heart. Your primary responsibility is to your 2 children. Your primary responsibility is to see to it that your 2 children are raised with a reasonable moral code, that they don't see their parents being involved in lying or cheating or stealing. That's your primary responsibility. And your husband, Robert, it is not his responsibility to corporally punish your children. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this young man I find to be a charming young man. Bright, very likable. He has the potential to be a nice young man. You and your family are screwing that up. You see that spot?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a dry spot.
It had already
That's
been
a
swept
dry
away.
spot. That's a dry spot that was there before your husband forced your son to take a hose and flood the inside of your house. Now, that doesn't mean, Mr. Vasquez, that there wasn't a lot of damage done by your pool. It's clear to me, based on these photographs, that your pool drainage did some damage. Next time you'll figure out some other way to drain your pool. That's not the point here. I don't know what motivated you to pit your son against his mother
Yes, ma'am.
and his stepfather, which may have ramifications. I'm going to give you some advice about that in a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I will see to it that a call is made to Child Protective Services where you live to monitor your home. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to see to it that there are no ramifications to this child or any other child in your house as a result of what happened today. So the call is going to be made by me to Child Protective Services where you live to come out and take a look at what's going on in your house. But I think it was a mistake on your part, sir, to put your son in the middle. It was a mistake.
It had to be done. It had to be done.
No.
And,
It didn't have to be done that way. Listen to me. Your son was living with his mother and his stepfather. Stepfather who, according to your son, uses corporal punishment as a way of punishing both himself and his sibling. Now, prior to Robert corporally punishing the children with a belt, she did. Now, I didn't ask about you.
I don't.
He seemed to be very happy when he was living with you, and he doesn't know why his mother came and took him away. You pay his mother child support?
No, he does not.
Oh, Miss Judy.
I asked you a question. That requires a yes or a no.
No, ma'am. But them young's needs on my part gets anything that can be.
Don't give me talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Money.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you pay. Money to take care of your children. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because let me explain to you what happens if you don't do that. Listen to me carefully. What happens is her husband feels as if he's supporting your children, which gives him license to hit him with a belt. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you start paying support. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today,
we were supposed to get married. He acknowledged me as his fiancé.
When he said, meet me at Rimworld, why didn't you say, meet me at the jeweler?
I should have.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. William Vasquez claims neighbor Betty Salva owes for the cost to repair flood damage to her home. William says Betty conned him into thinking he was at fault.
May I say something, please?
Yes.
There's also a three-year-old little girl that lives there. Also, I don't think she told you about.
I didn't hear about any 3-year-old little girl. He didn't tell me about a 3-year-old little girl.
Custody of her.
Whose child is that?
It's my brother's daughter, and I've had her since the day she was born.
Well, I looked over my fence and I seen the child out there unsupervised around the pool area, no supervision, for 10 minutes.
No.
Mr. Vasquez, this is what I'm telling you, sir. I'm not giving you any money back. You did the wrong thing. You drained your pool into a place, and it made a mess in their house. They don't have to have a mess in their house, and I am not an engineer, so I'm not going to be able to say what damage your pool did and what damage they did themselves in order to enhance the claim. I can't separate that. What I can tell these people is something is not right, and the advantage of having this case heard today is that I am going to get a team of social workers out to her house to see what's going on there. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all. Step out.
Please excuse me. Step out.
I feel like she's doing the right thing by having someone look after the young child.
I don't like the way that he upset my son. My son said things because he was very scared of him, and he has been abuseful in the past.
I'm going to do everything I can to get that child away from her.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Hervey versus Hill. Step forward, please.
Caregiver Keith Hervey Sr. is suing his ex-lover, 24-year-old student Jamie Hill, for an unpaid loan for rims and a car stereo.
Mr. Hervey, how long was the defendant your girlfriend?
For about 7 years.
7 years?
7 to 8 years, ma'am.
Your complaint is that you made a loan to her,
Right.
and the loan was for new rims for her car.
Right.
And a stereo for her car.
Yes, ma'am.
And those new rims and stereo cost $2,500.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Hill says she doesn't give a rat's behind about rims, and she doesn't care if she's got AM or FM. Rims and stereos are a guy thing. You made her a present. You wanted her to have a hot-looking car. This was a gift. She doesn't owe you anything. As a matter of fact, she would let you take the things back, except that she would have to replace what was taken off the car. Is that right?
Yes.
So tell me, when you made this loan to Miss Hill?
July the 14th.
Well, tell me about that. Why would you do that? Did you come into some money?
And my family, we sued tires on June the 8th. We sued for $25 million, ma'am.
And so how much money did you collect?
$40,000, ma'am.
You got $40,000. He had a whole lot of money.
Yes, ma'am.
And she was your girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
What'd you buy yourself?
I bought me a 1999 Suburban.
And at the same time that you got yourself a Suburban,
Yes, ma'am.
did you get the rims and stereo for her car?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have anything put in your Suburban? At the
Yes,
same
ma'am.
time, some additional stuff put in your Suburban?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not looking good for you, Mr. Hervey. So I'm going to let you very, very quickly, because I have other things to do today.
Yes, ma'am.
You tell me this agreement that you made with your girlfriend of 7 years.
Okay. First of all...
Not first of all, just tell me about the agreement.
Oh, the agreement was made when she get her taxes back and her school check. She'll pay me my money back. That was the agreement we had made. Then when we ended up breaking up October the 2nd, and I found a new girlfriend, she had came by my house and threatened me that she'd cut my tires up on my Suburban. And so when she left, she called back again, threatened me, saying that I'm not going to get anything back. That's when I put in that complaint on March the 3rd.
Go.
Mr. Hervey gave me these things as a gift. When he received that $40,000, that was his part of giving me something out of the money. I never asked him to buy these things for me. That was what he wanted to do. I never went to Mr. Hervey and threatened Mr. Hervey.
I don't care about the threats. I just want to hear about the rims.
Okay, he called me on July 24th and told me to meet him at Rim World. And when
At Rim World?
Rim World. I didn't even know how to get there. When I met him, he called me, he told me how to get there. And he told me, pick out the rims that you want. And see, I told him, quit blowing all this money. I didn't even ask for these things. I said, we were supposed to get married. He acknowledged me as his fiancé. And I have papers here on his insurance acknowledged me as his fiancé.
Listen to me. First of all, Mr. Hervey, I listened to you.
Yes, ma'am.
If it wasn't a present, it should have been a present. 7, 8 years, and then you found another girlfriend. You should have said, forget it, take your rims and stereo. But it probably was a little bit of puffing. You got some money, you bought yourself a big new car, you put something in her car. Miss Hill, what I don't understand about you is, when he said, meet me at Rim World, why didn't you say, meet me at the jeweler?
I should have.
He acknowledged you as his fiancé?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where is the ring he bought you?
Oh, he didn't buy me a ring.
That's what he considered a rim. Mr. Hervey.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you bothering with this, sir? If you got money, $40,000, is that the biggest amount of money that you've ever gotten?
Well, yes.
Why would you go out and blow the whole thing on a car?
Well, at the time, that's what I wanted.
I understand that's what you wanted. How old are you?
I'm 39.
Mr. Hervey, at 39, that's not all that you're supposed to want. Sir,
yes, ma'am.
If you get $40,000, put your hand down. That's a lot of money. You take some, you put it away, you put it in the bank, you invest it, you put it in a CD. You don't blow it all on rims and stereos and a big car. That's something that a 20-year-old does, not somebody who's 40. And 39 is really close to 40.
Smith versus Nicholas. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Miss Smith, the defendant is your ex-husband, and you claim that he owes you a variety of things, bankruptcy filing fees and some money that you allegedly loaned to him. Mr. Nicholas says that you're a bit of a control freak, you just won't let it go, and he doesn't owe you a dime, right?
Correct.
When were you divorced?
April 11th of 2001.
You have children?
Yes, 2 of them.
Who do the children live with?
Me.
Does Mr. Nicholas have visitation with the children?
Yes, he does.
When?
When he feels like it. It's supposed to be every other weekend, but it hasn't been any kind of consistency since we divorced.
Your choice or his?
His choice.
How often do you see your children, Mr. Nicholas?
Not enough.
Your choice or hers?
Mostly her choice.
Sometimes yours?
There have been points in time where if I had to work on a Saturday and my son had a baseball game, then...
Gotcha. All right. Tell me what he owes you, why?
Okay. The first money is $80 he owes me for candy. Our son had a candy sale, and Omar had received 80 candy bars from me. 50 of them were ones he wanted, 30 of them were for his grandmother, who he resides with. Gave him the candy, he disappeared. When he came back, he had no job about 6, 8 weeks later, and never gave me the money back.
Candy bars. Did you take them?
Yes, I did.
Did you pay for them?
No.
Okay, so you got to pay for your son's candy bars.
Well, I took them. I was a means of go-between. The candy was to go to my mother and my grandmother.
That's your job. She shouldn't have to go to your mother and your grandmother to get the money for them. $80.
No, they were the ones who were actually selling the candy.
Fine, get the money from them. $80. Candy bars. What's next?
On August 22nd of last year, he was to have the children for the weekend. His phone was disconnected. I am very nervous about my children being with him without a phone, so he asked me if I'd make a phone payment for him. I went down to the Sprint store and made an $80 payment. He was getting paid the next week, was supposed to pay me back. He was then fired about a week and a half later.
$80 phone payment. Do you owe her the money?
I don't believe so.
Why?
I never asked her to make the payment. She had called me at work Thursday prior to me receiving the kids on Friday and said, your phone's not on. How am I going to be able to get a hold of you during the weekend when you have the kids? I said, I don't know. Well, I'm going to go make the payment for you.
I believe that's probably how it happened. You don't owe her the money. It wasn't a loan. What's next? I'm going to take care of this really fast.
I understand. I mean, on the 17th of last year, of October of last year, after he had returned from being missing for about 6 weeks, he came to me and said that he needed his truck payment made, that he was going to have it repossessed. We made an agreement that I would go ahead and pay it. It was $485. I made it at a quick collect location. I even had to call him immediately to give him the MTC number, a tracking number, so that he could prove to them he made it. He never paid me back.
She made a payment, agreed upon me and her. If she made the payment, then I would drive to pick the children up and drop them off for an extended period of time.
Your Honor, his car was repossessed a week later. He just was never...
How much child support were you paying?
Well, when I was working, it was being taken out of my check, and it was $455 a month.
But you had disappeared in October of 2002 for a while. Had you been working in September?
No, I was laid off at the end of August.
So then you were not paying any child support.
Correct.
So not paying any child support for your 2 children, and in addition, you asked you to make a car payment for you.
That's incorrect. I did not ask her to make a payment. She said, knowing that I had been out of town for an extended period of time and was not employed, well, how are you paying your car payment? I said, well, I had not been for, the past 6 weeks.
How did she get the information, sir, that you can go to a quick cash place and take care of it?
I gave her the information.
Good. You gave her that information. Is that right?
That's right.
Good.
I never said that I would pay her back.
Listen to me carefully. Watch my mouth. I don't believe you. I believe you asked her to make the payment for you as a loan. $485.
And my ex-wife who divorced me is going to make a car payment for me that I asked her to?
Do you understand? No, it was a loan. No, she didn't do it as a gift. She did it as a loan. Next.
The last thing that I am asking for reimbursement on is I had to file bankruptcy. Omar, within our divorce, received a Mazda vehicle that was financed only in my name. He did not carry insurance on it. On July 11th...
Well, what genius judge gave him the Mazda vehicle in the divorce but kept your name on the loan?
No judge.
He couldn't get a loan for it, Your Honor. His credit was too bad.
The judge in divorce gave me the Honda.
He took possession of the vehicle in January
possession
when I
of what
left.
Vehicle?
Of the Mazda. I have the divorce here. It says that he is responsible for this vehicle and that any possessions that we have at that time. We had everything already split together.
You had 2 cars. You had a Mazda and a Honda.
He had possession of both of them when we divorced.
Okay, and you were supposed to get which car?
I was supposed to receive neither. He was supposed to sell the Honda. He had a friend who was supposed to be buying the Honda. That didn't happen. It got repossessed.
Story time.
You gave him the Mazda, but you had the loan for the Mazda in your name?
Right, and what my...
Shh. Were you making the payments on the Mazda?
He was to make the payments, and he didn't make the payments.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
That means either you had very, very bad counsel. Did you have an attorney?
I had a paralegal that did it for me.
Well, not too swift. If you own a car and you give the car to somebody else, but you maintain your obligation to pay for it, you have to be smart enough to carry insurance on it, and you don't rely on him, as you did. You're going to pay for it, and you're going to keep it insured, and you're going to do all the other things that you're supposed to do as a responsible human being. Because I gather what happened is the car was in an accident?
Correct.
While you were driving it?
Correct.
So you just stopped making payments if you ever did make the payments on it, is that right?
In a roundabout way.
And you never carried insurance on it?
Correct.
You really are a prize.
Well, Your Honor, can I tell you what happened?
Yeah, sure.
The vehicle was involved in an accident. I was cleared by the police as not being at fault. I gave Ms. Smith the police report so she could follow up on the owner of the vehicle.
Why is that her job?
Because it's in her name.
Let me tell you something. You're as thick as this table. Or you're just used to somebody else cleaning up after your mess.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Are these your only 2 children?
Yes, they are.
The greatest gift you can give your children is a sense of morality. I hope that they can get that from their mother, because based upon what you tell me, they're certainly not getting it from you.
And later today,
Yeah, we're engaged. I treated our relationship as if we were getting married. We
Listen
were
to
planning
me.
our wedding.
Engaged is not married. And if you choose not to do that, don't bother me.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Stacy Smith claims ex-husband Omar Nicholas owes for a series of unpaid loans. Omar claims Stacy gave him the money.
You're driving the car. You're getting the pleasure from it. You're in an accident, your fault or not. You were in the accident, not her. You have possession of the car. You were supposed to make the payments on the car. She was supposed to be absolved of those payments, and you say to her, I gave you the information. Follow up on it.
The
Honey,
payments have nothing to do with whether the fact that she had to file bankruptcy on it.
let me ask you this question, Mr. Wonderful. Who's responsible to the bank on the car?
The person who has the loan.
Don't be smart with me. Who would that be?
The person who bought the vehicle.
Her.
Correct.
Right. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a loan officer.
How old are your children?
7 and 3.
Are these your only 2 children?
Yes, they are.
I want to tell you something, sir.
They are not, Your Honor, but...
Maybe his only 2 children with you, he meant.
Yes.
He's slick.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest gift you can give your children is a sense of morality, right and wrong. I hope that they can get that from their mother, because based upon what you tell me, they're certainly not getting it from you.
And how is that?
I'm going to tell you how that is.
Please do.
Because it seems to me like you've been getting the cream and she's been getting the skim on this milk.
Wow.
Really? I don't have money for car payments, $485. I didn't ask you for it. Therefore, it wasn't a loan. I took the candy, I gave it to my mother and my grandmother.
As it was
You
supposed
need
to go.
quiet. You want the money? Go to my mother and my grandmother. Sorry, I can't call you when I have the kids this weekend because my phone was cut off. You want to make a payment on it? Go ahead and do it. Otherwise, not going to be able to get in touch with you and you can't get in touch with the kids. And she does it. I have a job. I don't have a job. I got fired from my job. I got laid off from my job. I disappeared for 6 weeks. Sometimes I pick my kids up. Sometimes I don't. That sounds pretty amoral to me. In any event, what you want him to be responsible for is the fact that you had to file for bankruptcy because you had to pay for the car that he wrecked. That's the basis of your claim. And I'm going to tell this to you. You divorced him for a reason. Is that right?
Definitely.
Why would you think that the things that caused you to divorce him all of a sudden were going to change once he became a divorced person? Was he responsible when you were married to him?
No, he wasn't.
Was he an avoidance person when you were married to him?
Definitely.
Was it always somebody else's fault when you were married to him?
Oh, yeah.
Why would you think, madam, that a brief year or two, considering that in that brief period of time he hadn't done the right thing, would change him? So, if you gave him the car, you keep the insurance on it.
Your Honor, he did have insurance on the vehicle at one time when he took possession of it. He had gotten the insurance, he handed a fake insurance card to the police.
Listen to me. Was he responsible when you were married to him?
No.
Did he lie to you?
Many times.
So why would you place any credibility in the statement, I have insurance, when he knows that all he's got to do is, if he has an accident, here, babe, you take care of the forms. You go chasing the person who was responsible. I'm not responsible for anything. So I'm not giving you money for your bankruptcy. Be smart. He owes you $565. It's cheap. But if you're going to teach your children any morality at all, you better make sure you do it yourself. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
The real reason we're here is because I was taking my ex to family court for legalized visitation, and within a week of her receiving the papers, I received a summons that she was suing me.
His girlfriend had told me that he had received several $1,000s. I called him and he said he paid other bills with it and could care less about my money, and he told me to file, so I filed against him.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Williams versus Sensei, step forward, please.
26-year-old business owner Carrie Williams is suing her ex-fiancé, plumber Joseph Sensi, for unpaid credit card charges, a trip to Hawaii, and damage to her car. Joseph says Carrie won't give back the engagement ring.
Miss Williams, Mr. Sensi was your former fiancé.
Correct.
How long were you engaged?
9 months.
And how long did you live together?
A little over a year.
It is your claim that Mr. Sensi owes you a whole bunch of money. You claimed that sometime, I think it was November of 2002, he damaged your car. Is that right?
Damage to my car was in June.
And when did you break up?
December 19th of 2002.
So in 6 months, he didn't pay for that car.
No.
And then you claim in November of 2002, you went to Hawaii to attend your brother's wedding, and he was supposed to pay for half the trip, and he didn't. Is that right? Then you claim that while you were together, he made many charges on your credit card that's in your name, and he hasn't paid those charges. Is that right?
Correct.
And Mr. Sensi says that while you were together and while you were living together, you had pooled your money. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you have a joint bank account?
Yes, we did.
And he put his check into the account, and you paid the bills?
Yes.
So that whatever money you believe that he owes you was paid as a result of his putting his paycheck into the account. And you want to pay the bill for the trip, you pay the bill for the trip. You want to pay the bill for the car damage, you pay the bill for the car damage. Aside from the fact he says that you've damaged his car as well. By the way, he also says you have the engagement ring. Is that true?
That is correct.
Why is that?
He owes me a lot of money, Your Honor, and I just didn't feel right being able to give him something, and in return, when he owes me a lot of money, I just didn't feel right about that.
Really? Well, let's figure that out. Where did you buy the ring, sir?
Case, jeweler.
How much did you pay for it?
$3,000, $3,000.
Where's the ring?
At home.
If I give you anything, Miss Williams, you have to understand that I'm deducting $3,000 from that.
Can I give him the ring back?
If you would have brought it to court today, I would have said fine, but you didn't. I'm not interested in anything you have to say. How much money were you earning for the 9 months you lived together, sir?
Between $2,000 and up.
And how much money did you give Miss Williams when you were living together?
I pretty much all of it in the bank account.
He put his whole paycheck in the account?
No, Your Honor. He has a son, a 4-year-old son, and he pays child support to his son.
How much do you pay in child support, Mr. Sensi?
$600.
$600 a month. Now, what was the rent on this apartment?
$1,070, Your Honor.
And what other expenses did you have?
The usual, electricity, cable, car payments.
Let's go to car payments. How much was his car payment?
Mine was $250.
And how much was your car payment?
$450.
So your car payment was $200 more than his.
That's correct.
And he was putting in a little bit less because he was paying $600 a month child support.
Yes.
Did you have your car fixed when he had an accident in your car?
No, actually, it's still damaged, and I do have the pictures.
Why didn't you fix it?
I haven't had the money, Your Honor, to repair it.
Baloney. If it happened in June and you wanted to have your car repaired, what you do is, when he gives you his paycheck in June, you go and take your car and you have it repaired and you do it. It happened in June, you didn't break up until December. That's 6 months. Forget about the car. As you can see, I'm unsympathetic so far with your position. Now let's get to the trip to Hawaii. Trip to the Hawaii was in November to your brother's wedding. How did you pay for the tickets?
My mother and father actually paid for our tickets because we could not financially afford to do it at the time.
So why did you go to Hawaii for your brother's wedding if the parents paid for it?
It was my brother's wedding. I felt like I needed to be there, and considering he was my fiancé, I wanted him to be around.
Then you pay for it.
We didn't have the money, Your Honor.
Then you borrowed it, you pay it back. It was your brother's wedding. You wanted to go. You wanted him to go with you. He's giving you all his money, madam. If you and he cannot afford to go to your brother's wedding in Hawaii and you want to go anyway, and he's giving you his whole paycheck, and you're the one who's deciding what bills to pay and what bills not to pay, then you don't go to your brother's wedding or go yourself. And you wanted him to go with you? Go. Pay for it. Pay for it.
We both decided that we were going to go. He said, with the next paycheck, I will pay you. It was a family decision. We decided to do it together.
And he never paid me on the next paycheck.
Listen to me. He put his whole paycheck into their joint account. Do you understand?
Yes.
Perfect.
We shared numerous credit cards together, Your Honor, that I charged in my name because he has no credit at all. He couldn't get credit cards in his name.
Listen to me.
I was the idiot who did it all to myself.
Then what you have to do is say, I'm the idiot. Why are you visiting your lunacy on the court system?
Because I would think that the court system would be unfair to me due to the fact that I have all of this evidence, which I would love the opportunity to prove to you.
Me. We do not have courts in this country that deal with the problems of people who choose to live together. You entangle your finances, and then you expect courts to waste valuable time in untangling your mess. There is no question in my mind that he was charging things on a credit card that was in your name because you gave him permission to do that. You were responsible for the finances. He's given you the money.
You planned on staying together.
Listen to me. Don't interfere.
My
Of
mother
course
and
they
father-
planned on staying together. And if they planned on staying together, and if they were together, we wouldn't be here.
My mother and father have been married for over 30 years. They set a very good example on what marriage should be like. I've never been engaged before. This was the man I was going to spend the rest of my life with.
Correct.
Yeah, we're engaged. I treated our relationship as if we were getting married. We
Listen
were
to
planning
me.
our wedding.
Engaged is not married. Pay attention. They're married for 35 years or 30 years or however long they're married. Courts recognize their relationship. If they gave you a very good example of what marriage is, then what you do is you don't live together and open up a joint bank account and joint credit cards and joint debts and joint obligations until you are
married.
Right. And if you choose not to do that, don't bother me.
Carrie,
You
why
have an
did you break up?
engagement ring. Sell it.
Well,
Goodbye.
I would like to tell you, Your Honor, that I have a police report.
Oh,
Parties are excused. You may step out. Count in the matter of Bauer versus Villa. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, ma'am. Have a seat, please.
Miss Bauer, when were you and your husband married?
April 12th, 2003.
And in what year do you allege that you made loans to Mr. Villa?
2001, September and December.
Have a seat, sir. Your husband really isn't a party to this action, unless facts prove me mistaken. You were living with or in a relationship with Mr. Villa, is that correct, when you made these loans?
No, I was not.
But you made a loan to him?
Yes, I did. I was away on a business trip, and he had called me, and he was telling me that the current transportation he had was unsafe for our daughter when he had her on his weekends, and he was looking to upgrade and improve his vehicle for her safety.
When had your relationship with the defendant terminated?
Final termination was probably June of 1999.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, it is.
So you were away on a business trip, and the defendant had physical custody of the child.
During that weekend.
So he called you and said what?
He called to let me know that he was looking for safer transportation for our daughter. He needed a better vehicle to get to and from work. And he was asking if I could loan him the money for the down payment for a vehicle that he had found.
And what did you say?
I was hesitant at first because of the amount he was looking for. But,
What was he looking for?
He was looking for $2,000.
You were hesitant first, but?
He was insistent on how the vehicle he had was not safe for our daughter. He needed something better. So I finally gave in and spoke to the owner of the car dealer, gave them my credit card number, and took care of the transaction via the phone.
Did you draw up any papers with him?
I did not. We had a verbal agreement of repayment.
And the repayment schedule was going to be what?
As soon as possible.
That's not a schedule. And if you took this money off your credit card, that means that you were paying credit card charges.
Correct.
Did he make a payment in October?
No, he did not. I believe the first payment may have shown up in December.
In what amount?
$50.
In 2002, did he make any payments whatsoever?
Not again until September of 2002.
In what amount?
$50.
Now, that wasn't the only loan that you allege that you made to Mr. Villa. What was the other loan you allege you made to him?
The other loan took place on December 5th, also 2001. He had scheduled a dentist appointment for himself and our daughter. They both left for the dentist office, and I get a call about a half an hour later. There was an emergency. I need you to come down here. When I arrived at the dentist office, he pulled me into a room and he said, Angel's fine, but I'm not. I need help with my teeth. Can you loan me some money so I can get the tools I need to repair my gum line?
And you said?
I said yes.
And what arrangements did you make to get the money back from him?
At that time, we had also discussed that the truck loan was still outstanding and that the payments needed to at least
And
double.
he hadn't made a payment in September, October, November. Well, you said he made one in December.
Yes.
So for 3 months, he hadn't paid you any money, so you loaned him another $750. Is that right?
That's correct.
How much child support was he paying you?
$600 a month.
Does he pay his child support?
It's garnished from his wages, yes.
Okay, I'll hear you.
Well, as far as the truck is concerned, yes, I was looking to upgrade my transportation. And I actually did put down a post-dated check for $2,000. And once after speaking with Linnell, she offered to give me the $2,000 on her credit card, so I did not have to put a post-dated check because I would have had to scramble for the money. And that's what she did. She put it on her credit card as a gift to me.
Well, you say it was a gift, sir.
Yes.
I would like to hear your version, and I want you to be very careful that you don't say anything that doesn't make sense to me. Because if you say something that doesn't make sense to me, you're going to be really sorry and really humiliated. Do you understand?
I understand.
So, you had physical custody of your daughter for a weekend.
Correct.
And you called the plaintiff.
Yes, I did.
And what did you say to her when you called her?
I let her know that I did.
What did you say? Watch my mouth. What did you say to her?
I found a truck.
And she said?
Good.
And you said?
I let her know that I had to put down $2,000.
No, you're not let her know. I told her.
I told her that I had to write a post-dated check for $2,000.
Why would she be interested in that information, Mr. Villa?
I don't know.
Well, you told her. I mean, it's not something. If Bert called me and I said, "Hi, Bert. Oh, it's nice to hear from you. How's everything? How is the weather in the Bay Area?" And he'd say, "Fine. How's the weather in the Northeast? By the way, I had to give a post-dated check to the truck dealership." Do you understand how stupid you sound, Mr. Villa? I told you, if you say something foolish, I'm going to make a fool out of you. So when I said to you, why would she want to know that information? You said, I don't know why. Because you were asking her for something. Right.
I don't see it that way. I saw it as her offering.
Evidently, you're not thinking too clearly. You called her to tell her that you found a truck. She said, good. You told her, I had to give them a post-dated check. And she said...
Do you want me to put it on my credit card instead?
And you said what?
No problem.
You're lucky they garnish his wages.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You're a slickie. Maybe she still had feelings for you at the time, and maybe you played on that. Either way, you're not a nice person. You're slick.
And later today...
Don't you want to read the police report? Excuse me?
I got everything that I needed from you without the police report.
No, you need to read the police report.
No, Mr. Hatfield, I don't have to do anything.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Linnell Bauer says the father of her child, Daniel Villa, owes for a loan to buy a truck and for the cost to fix his teeth.
Now you're going to tell me about your teeth.
Yes.
I'm going to give you the same admonition that I gave you before. Don't tell me anything that doesn't make sense, because if it doesn't make sense, it's not true, and I'm going to make a fool out of you. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
So, then let's hear about your teeth.
Well, that's correct. My daughter and I did have a dentist appointment, and I was told that my teeth were very bad and needed to be done. I did call Linnell, yes, to come over. I wanted to talk to her. I let her know that I did not...
Not let her know. I told her.
I told her that I did not have the money, and I was going to work up the money to pay this dentist off. And she said, I will put it on my credit card for you.
And then you can pay me back.
And repayment was never discussed.
You're a slickie. You're slick. That's all. This is your husband?
Yes.
Nice guy?
Yes, he is.
You have a separate bank account?
Yes, we do.
Smart girl. Can I see the last statement on your credit card bill, please?
The credit card has long since been paid off.
Oh, good.
I do have a payment schedule that I have received from Mr. Villa showing what he has paid to date.
What has he paid to date?
The total amount is $350 that he has paid.
He at least owes you $27.50. Even if he paid $350, that hardly covers the interest. Okay. Mr. Villa, I said to you, if you say something foolish, I'm going to make you look foolish. There is no question in my mind that you called this lady, who was the mother of your child, and prevailed upon her to put some money that you needed on a credit card instead of writing a post-dated check, because you absolutely intended to make good on a post-dated check. You weren't going to give the truck company a bad check. You were just going to give them a check and say, hold it for a couple of days or hold it for a week. I want this truck. So you prevailed upon her. Maybe she still had feelings for you at the time, and maybe you played on that. Either way, you're not a nice person. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,750. That's all. Thank you.
The parties are excused. You may step out.
What's done is done.
I think Judge Judy saw what I saw.
She's out of my life, and that's all that matters.
If somebody loaned you money, why would you ever make payments on it?
They're greedy. They got their money. It's the bottom line.
Once you allow someone to take advantage of you repeatedly, they keep trying to do it.
We're looking to move on with our lives. Just take it one day at a time.
Family issues shouldn't be broadcasted.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Hatfield versus Siegel. Step forward, please.
Carpenter J. Hatfield is suing his ex-fiancée, Darlene Siegel, for stealing money from his wallet and for the return of the engagement ring.
Mr. Hatfield, according to what I read, you and the defendant were in a long-term relationship, and you lived together. How long had you been living together?
About 3 years, Your Honor.
Do you have children together?
No, ma'am.
And there came a time when you were arrested in the home.
Yes, ma'am.
When was that?
October 28th, 02.
What were you arrested for?
Not completing my work project.
As a condition of probation for another
a prior
crime?
offense, yeah.
What kind of an offense?
It was a drug offense.
Okay. Your complaint, Mr. Hatfield, is that when you were arrested in your home, the defendant went into your wallet, took out some cash, in effect stealing your money. And in addition, since you subsequently broke up, you want her to return an engagement ring. Ms. Siegel says that she does, in fact, acknowledge that she took the money out of the wallet. She says that she used it to pay household bills while you were in jail. And the ring, she says, was a ring that was given to her a very long time ago that was not an engagement ring. That's your defense.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how much money did you have in the wallet, Mr. Hatfield?
There was $2,300 cash.
What were you doing with $2,300 in cash?
I'd sold my truck for 10 grand cash, and I had already had my loan proved for a new Tahoe. I was supposed to go down Monday morning and pay the $3,000 down payment and drive away in my Tahoe.
You sold the old truck for $10,000 in cash, and all you had left was $2,300?
Well, yes,
What'd you do
Your
with the
Honor.
rest?
We went to Reno for the weekend. We did, I paid some other bills, and that's what I saved because that's what I needed for the down payment on my truck.
How long did you spend in Reno?
Just one night.
You spent $7,000 in one night?
No, Your Honor. I had other bills I had to pay, and
Like what?
for one thing, I had to pay the truck off. That was $4,000, I believe, if I remember rightly. I went grocery shopping, spent about $400 in groceries, and.
Okay. Now, you were arrested on the 28th of October. How long did you spend in jail?
I had a 26-day commitment.
So you were released sometime in November.
November 21st, to be exact.
When did you find out that Miss Siegel had spent the money?
When I came home. She said she...
Tell me about the conversation. You said, "Where's my money?"
Yeah.
And she said?
She said, finally she admitted that she took the wallet, because she denied it. She was still denying it for a couple days after I got home.
Well, what did she say to you?
She said she took the wallet and spent my money on bills. Household bills, electricity, I guess, I don't know. She never could produce any receipts for me.
Well, you were away on the 1st of November.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
right? Did you pay rent?
No, ma'am.
Did you have a mortgage payment?
We split everything 50-50.
Was there a mortgage payment due November 1st,
Yes.
Mr. Hatfield?
For $600.
So
that would be my half.
When you went to jail, did you make provisions for that mortgage payment?
And I didn't really have time to make provisions for anything.
So you had expected, I assume, Miss Siegel, to somehow make that mortgage payment.
Oh, yeah.
With what?
With her check that she got paid.
Not with yours.
Not with the down payment for my truck.
But the bank expects their money on November 1st.
Yes, they do.
You didn't get out till November 21st.
That's correct.
You certainly didn't need a truck while you were in prison.
No.
And then there are other bills that come into the house on the beginning of the month. So that it would be fair to say that at least some of the money that she spent was money that she spent appropriately as a responsible person in maintaining the house.
Well, I grant you that.
Perfect. Now, after she acknowledged to you several days after November 21st that she did spend this money on bills, you said you were out a couple of days in jail and she finally admitted to you that she spent the money. So let's say it's the 23rd of November. When did you finally separate the two of you?
Oh, about a month later, month and a half later.
So the beginning of January?
Yes, sir.
From November 23rd until the beginning of January, where did you sleep?
Pardon me? Where did I sleep? In my bed.
Where did Miss Siegel sleep?
In my bed.
So after she acknowledged to you that she had taken this money and paid the bills, you cohabited together as you had before for the previous 3 years. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it would be fair to say, Mr. Hatfield, that but for the fact that the two of you broke up sometime in January of 2003, we would not be standing here today.
I wouldn't say that.
I would.
Well, that's you. That's not me.
I'm the only one that counts. Because if you felt that someone was a thief, like Miss Siegel, then you would either call the police, and if you didn't want to do that because of the relationship, you certainly would leave or tell her to leave or separate But certainly, you wouldn't, by cohabiting together, give her the impression that what she did in spending this money was either forgiven or appropriate.
Never gave her that impression whatsoever.
Well, let me ask you this question, Mr. Hatfield. When you shared the same bed together, did you share the same bed together in the biblical sense, sir?
What do you mean? We slept together, yeah. That doesn't mean it's okay to steal my wallet and spend my money.
That's what you think.
And then throw my wallet in the trash somewhere.
That's what you think. You
That's
see, you know
what
what? You know what a woman thinks? I took the money, he went to jail. We had bills to pay. We had mortgage, we had gas, we had electric, we had sewer, we had garbage, we had credit card bills, we had whatever we had. I took the money. By the way, she says it was a lot less than $2,300. Is that right?
That's right.
How much was
it? It was $1,700 cash.
Okay. So a woman says, I used that money to pay bills. And you get mad and you have an explosion. How could you take my wallet? And how could you spend the money without my permission? That was a... But honey, let's go to bed. So a woman says to herself, mad. He's not so mad because, we're living together as a family.
Where else would we live?
Not together.
When I got out of jail, I had no truck, no
together.
money, no job.
You could live on the couch.
Excuse me? I owned everything in the house.
Did you tell her to leave?
Eventually.
No. On the 21st or the 22nd of November, Mr. Hatfield, did you say, get out, you stole my wallet?
No,
or did you say, come to bed, honey? Two different things, Mr. Hatfield.
Wasn't like that, but we were arguing and fighting for the whole month.
It's possible.
Because of this.
That's possible. But in between, Mr. Hatfield, there was between the sheets.
Do you think we had sex? Is that what you're asking me? Did we have sex during that time?
Shh, listen to me.
No, we did not.
Did you just say to me, Mr. Hatfield, am I asking you to abstain for all that time? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Did you abstain while you were in prison?
Yeah, you betcha.
Now, let's get to the engagement ring. When did he give you this ring, Miss Siegel?
I don't remember exact date, but it was about 2 years ago.
Let me see it.
I no longer have the ring.
Why not?
Because when I took it off to take a shower and it was at his house, I don't know, it's not there. I don't have it any longer.
I don't believe that either.
I don't have it.
Well, let me see the bill for the ring.
She had that too. She took the receipt and the warranty for the ring and everything else.
Just a second. So, what you have to do if you come to court is you go to the jeweler and say, I lost my receipt. Could you please give me another one?
I have a statement from him. I don't know.
I don't read statements from him. I need a receipt from the jeweler. That's what's necessary. Anyway, Mr. Hatfield, you don't have the case. If you no longer have a relationship with Miss Siegel, you have to put a period and say goodbye. It's over.
Don't you want to read the police report?
No.
Excuse me?
I got everything that I needed from you without the police report.
No, you need to read the police report.
No, Mr. Hatfield, I don't have to do anything. All I know is that you were incarcerated on the 28th of October. You got out of jail the 21st of November. According to you, the issue of what happened to the money was resolved on or about the 23rd of November. And from the 23rd of November to the beginning of January 2003, you cohabited with the defendant. And as far as I am concerned, in the law, that makes a statement to me that this money that was used to pay household bills, which was the correct thing to do.
Well, you're
Goodbye.
Wrong. You're dead wrong.
Parties are excused.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Mohammad Bilal. और बेटा आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक जो है हमने आज एक्सरसाइज 10.2 का क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 करना है और उसमें जो है हमारे पास कि पहला क्वेश्चन जो है वो हमने शार्ट सिलेबस के मुताबिक जो करना था उससे हम शुरू करेंगे क्योंकि हमने जो पहले क्वेश्चन है वो किए हुए हैं इंशाल्लाह आपको उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा। अब आज हमने करना है 10 का पहला है क्वेश्चन 10.2 के क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 का पहली चीज़ जो है उसमें हमारे पास है कि फाइंड साइन अल्फ़ा प्लस बीटा और काज अल्फ़ा प्लस बीटा। हमने फाइंड करना है साइन अल्फ़ा प्लस बीटा और दूसरा हमने फाइंड करना है कॉज अल्फ़ा प्लस बीटा। ये हमने फाइंड करना है। अब देखें इसको फाइंड करने के लिए हमें सबसे पहले इनके फार्मूलों का पता होना चाहिए कि ये फार्मूला हमें आता कैसे है, कहाँ से आया है, क्योंकि हमने इस एक्सरसाइज से पहले हमने ये फार्मूले पढ़े थे कि साइन अल्फ़ा प्लस बीटा जो हमारे पास, मैं इधर लिख देता हूँ, साइन अल्फ़ा प्लस बीटा ये हमारे पास इक्वल होता था साइन अल्फ़ा कॉस बीटा प्लस कॉस अल्फ़ा साइन बीटा। और इसी तरह हमें दूसरा क्या फाइंड करना है, कॉस अल्फ़ा प्लस बीटा। तो ये था हमारे पास फार्मूला कॉस अल्फ़ा कॉस बीटा माइनस साइन अल्फ़ा और साइन बीटा, ये हमारे पास फार्मूले थे। इस तरह के 4 और भी थे, लेकिन हमें आज के लिए यही रिक्वायर्ड है कि इस क्वेश्चन में यही कहा गया कि आपने यही फाइंड करना है। और हमें गिवन क्या है, गिवन हमारे पास है tan अल्फ़ा इज इक्वल टू 3/4 और cos बीटा टेंजेंट अल्फ़ा इज इक्वल टू 3/4 और cos जो बीटा है वो हमारे पास इक्वल है 5/13 के। अब देखिएगा वो कहता क्या है इस क्वेश्चन में, पहले इस क्वेश्चन को पढ़ते हैं फिर इसके बाद इंशाल्लाह इसका सोल्यूशन करेंगे। इस क्वेश्चन में कहता है वो कि जो हमारे पास tan अल्फ़ा है वो है 3/4 और cos बीटा जो है हमारे पास वो है 5/13 एंड नाइदर द टर्मिनल साइड ऑफ द एंगल ऑफ मेजरमेंट अल्फ़ा नार दैट ऑफ बीटा इज इन द क्वाड 1। वो कहता ये है कि दोनों हैं हमारे पास पॉजिटिव, tan भी पॉजिटिव है और हमारे पास cos भी पॉजिटिव है। जब ये दोनों पॉजिटिव हैं हमारे पास तो हमने क्या करना है कि ये कौन से क्वाड्रेंट में होंगे। पहले क्वाड्रेंट में उसने कह दिया कि ये दोनों ही नहीं है, क्योंकि पहले में ये दोनों क्वाड्रेंट ये tan हो गया और cos हो गया पॉजिटिव होते हैं, और फिर दूसरे कौन से क्वाड्रेंट में होंगे। तो हमने ये चेक करना है कि tan कहाँ पॉजिटिव होगा और cos कहाँ पॉजिटिव होगा। तो देखिएगा tan जो होता है हमारे पास वो होता है 3rd क्वाड्रेंट में पॉजिटिव। जब tan हमारे पास 3rd क्वाड्रेंट में पॉजिटिव होगा तो बाकी जो हमें वैल्यू चाहिए tan से हमने कौन कौन सी वैल्यू निकालनी है, हमें चाहिए cos अल्फ़ा और sin अल्फ़ा चाहिए। ठीक हो गया, हमने cos अल्फ़ा और sin अल्फ़ा भी 3rd क्वाड्रेंट में जाके निकालने हैं। अब जो 3rd क्वाड्रेंट होता है उसमें सिर्फ tan पॉजिटिव होता है और बाकी जो होंगे वो क्या होंगे, नेगेटिव होंगे। तो इसलिए हमने क्या करना है, जो हमने sin और cos अल्फ़ा निकालना है वो उनकी जो वैल्यू लेनी है हमने कौन सी लेनी है, नेगेटिव लेनी है। तो देखिए जी हम कैसे लेंगे। सबसे पहले हम tan अल्फ़ा से sin और cos की वैल्यू लेते हैं। tan अल्फ़ा हमारे पास है जी 3/4। ठीक हो गया। अब इससे हमने sin की और टेंजेंट की लेनी है, लेकिन इसका एक फार्मूला हमारे पास होता है। देखिए कि वो फार्मूला क्या होता है कि 1 प्लस टेंजेंट स्क्वायर अल्फ़ा इज इक्वल टू सीकेंट स्क्वायर अल्फ़ा, ये हमारे पास फार्मूला होता है। अब हमने क्या करना है, यहाँ tan की वैल्यू पुट करनी है। तो 1 प्लस tan की वैल्यू है 3/4 का स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू सीकेंट स्क्वायर अल्फ़ा, ये हमारे पास वैल्यू आ गई। अब इसको सॉल्व करते हैं, यहाँ से सीकेंट को निकाल देंगे। देखिएगा सीकेंट को हम निकाल क्यों रहे हैं, अभी देखिएगा। ये 1 प्लस 3 का स्क्वायर 9, 4 का स्क्वायर 16 और यहाँ सीकेंट स्क्वायर अल्फ़ा। जब हम इसका एलसीएम लेते हैं तो एलसीएम में हमारे पास 16 आता है और यहाँ 16 प्लस 9 आ गया सीकेंट स्क्वायर अल्फ़ा। अब 9 प्लस 16 25/16 इज इक्वल टू सीकेंट स्क्वायर अल्फ़ा। अब हमने यहाँ से सीकेंट की निकालनी है तो क्या करेंगे, स्क्वायर रूट दोनों तरफ ले लेंगे। तो ये 25/16 का स्क्वायर रूट और साथ में प्लस माइनस और यहाँ सीकेंट अल्फ़ा। तो देखिएगा 25 का जो स्क्वायर रूट होता है वो 5 और 16 का जो होता है वो 4, तो साथ में प्लस माइनस और ये सीकेंट अल्फ़ा आपके पास आ गया। अब देखिएगा हमने कहा था कि जो tan है वो किस में पड़ा है, 3rd क्वाड में, तीसरे क्वाड में, क्योंकि 3rd क्वाड में tan जो होता है वो हमारे पास पॉजिटिव होता है, लेकिन बाकी जो वैल्यू होंगी वो क्या होंगी, नेगेटिव होंगी। बाकी कौन कौन सी होगी, साइन हो गया, cos हो गया और साइन का जो उल्ट होता है वो क्या होता है, कोसेकेंट, वो भी माइनस में होगा और cos का जो होता है वो सेकेंट, वो भी माइनस में होगा। जब ये माइनस में होंगे तो हमें cos और साइन इनकी वैल्यू निकालनी पड़ेगी। सीकेंट की वैल्यू तो आगे प्लस माइनस 5 और 4, हमने कौन सी लेनी है, माइनस वाली। तो माइनस